We can be heard. Yay.
Oh, they can hear us. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Hello.
But we can
Awesome
see
miracle.
them.
We can see
Awesome
them.
miracle. Hello.
They
Oh
can't
my
see
God!
us.
Put some
been a while.
pants on.
No, you can't
And they
make
clear the
me.
shorts.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm hitting
All right, there we
I don't
go.
have my
We can be
makeup on
seen.
yet.
We can be seen. We can be seen.
Mhm.
It's good. Everything's good.
No, that's fine.
Now we can't. Now we
Thousands
can.
of years, we have laid dormant.
Oh no! Who is
Thank you,
this that
Maddie.
is? Who has disturbed our slumber? Oh no!
It felt like
Oh,
1,000 years.
conquer Earth.
no.
No.
Who
you
is
have
it
to
that
do the
disturbs
messed up
my?
mouth with that.
It's
time
you.
for me to conquer Earth.
All right. So hi, we've missed you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Have you missed us? Have you missed
Good
us?
to see you again.
Okay, so first off, I owe all of you an apology if it's not on the channel. I did not check it yet. If it's not on the light novel channels, I'm sorry. Our last stream may not be on the light novel channel. It may not have made it to the archives.
gonna
If that's
check
the
it right
case,
now. So Shem
oh no,
can't- or
you
not
won't
Shem.
see it on the channel if you can't log
Moon
into the
won't
channel.
even be able
If you
to
can't
recap.
log into the channel, you you won't see it. Here's the
gotcha,
thing:
gotcha.
I need to give one of you guys the login information to the channel as a backup in case I can't and in case I'm not available to do that. So that would be a good idea. But that also means I gotta give you guys access to the Twitch, which means Tony is gonna need to know about that just in case. But if one of you guys is going to be streaming on Fat Dog, because we are opening, that is a thing that's happening. We are opening up the Fat Dog Twitch to other Fat Dog members to stream content of their own on the Twitch channel. So you're going to see a lot more Fat Dog streaming on Twitch as we open
I'd have to
things
see
up.
how my internet would handle
do my
streaming.
Resident Evil
I don't know if
streams
it'd
on
be
it.
very good with it.
You could. Also, guys, we're going to start working on doing at least watch-alongs with Moon.
Yeah.
We don't know if we're going to be doing them with you guys because there may be some legal issues that we could get in trouble with. So,
Yeah.
but at the very least,
We'll check in
we will
on
do
that.
some watch-alongs of our own with Moon, and then we'll talk about them on Sunday's show. So at the very least, we'll be like, "Hey, we watched like 2 hours of the show, and now we're going to talk about it." You know, just catching up on some stuff. So we'll at least review it, or we may save that for the podcasty stuff on the podcasty channel.
Hey, Token Minority. Edgar's here.
Hey,
Token
what up,
minority.
Edgar?
Hey!
Hey, hey,
Hey.
hey.
Hi.
I can't wait to slide your meat down my throat.
That's like,
Oh, I still think about Fogo de Chao to this day.
I'm telling
oh, dude,
you.
Fogo de Chao is great. I love it.
No. It's not just Fogo de Chao. It's the fact that we had fucking Wagyu beef.
Dude, it's so good.
It
On
is
that
so
fucking
good.
Salt Rock.
Did they give you the grilled
Season.
pineapple or the
I'm not wearing
cheese?
this the entire
no,
stream. It's getting hot.
it's
I need to
it's
let my room cool down.
Yeah,
first.
you
It's
don't
hot.
have to. You don't have to wear that the entire time, bro.
Please don't make me wear it the entire time.
No,
It's
you
hot in
don't.
here.
You don't. You don't.
Do it. Do it now.
No, stop. Don't listen to him.
Not until I have to read.
Don't give in to the dark side of the robe.
There is no dark side of the robe.
It's all the dark
Oh,
side.
you
Oh,
will wear the
damn it.
No,
robe.
Cynic, you have to wear
I should have wore
that.
shorts.
Oh, no.
I don't know why. I should
All
be
right.
wearing shorts instead.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for coming by. We've got some stuff we're gonna talk about. Hey, but stream announcements is our catch-all for stream now. So please. Oh. Does
Jamaican oopsie.
What did you do?
Don't feel too bad. I've done it 3 times.
okay? Apparently, light novel stuff does no longer counts as content anymore. Did not know that.
Well, it's because
What?
it's a stream. So
What? Oh.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, they're just
Yeah.
separating between
Okay.
streams and content, which I guess makes sense because like when you have if we're gonna have open up the Twitch to like literally everyone who wants to try to put stuff on there, it'd be nice to like separate that out a bit.
I'll move it. But I mean, for the light novel stuff, okay, I'll move it. But I mean, if anybody blocks the streaming stuff, then yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it is
I
what
mean,
it
yeah.
is.
Play it by
is
ear.
What it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it be.
Shem, are you still
it's
watching it?
I'm glad I posted on my server though as a backup. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
Let's move it over to.
I also try to tell as many people I know
Reddit.
about it as well. So
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
yes, send it out. Let the people
I
know.
don't
I need
know
to
if
tell
they
my
will
sister.
watch
Let
it,
the
but
people know.
oh.
By the way, have you been able to keep up with my sister and the thing y'all have been working on?
No.
Just checking.
I think I'm playing COD. Yeah, I see you two playing on COD there.
No, I have not been continuously flirting with your sister.
Thank God.
Oh. Well,
No,
God.
I haven't been. Dude,
it's a good thing
dude,
I don't have
I
one.
fell off the face of the earth for 2 months.
Yep.
You're asking me if I've been keeping up with internet things?
Well, if it
Hold
makes
on,
you
I
feel better,
accidentally-
she has asked about you
Aw, that's
at least
sweet.
2 times, just to make sure you're okay.
Okay.
That's good. If it helps, my mom also asked about you too, Richie. Like, actually was like, is your friend okay? And I was like, we'll see.
Well, now you can answer.
better.
Yes, I am. Okay. Just a quick update for people who are actually curious and wanted to know if what my situation is. Okay. I am currently in section 8 housing. That's what I'm in right now. I'm in section 8 housing. I have my own single bedroom apartment. It's not the best apartment. This shit was built back in the 90s and you can definitely tell. It's not the greatest place, but it's not infested with all sorts of critters.
Bed bugs.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
very big plus. Very big
Bed
plus.
bugs central. Yeah.
Very, very big plus. It's not exactly the best as far as like some neighbors and stuff.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, for the most part, the neighbors are pretty quiet. They keep to themselves and stuff. But like, I have heard talk from people around here that there have been shootings, but I haven't heard any of it.
Oh.
Like, nothing's.
Were you the one causing them, Richie?
No, I wasn't.
It's like, yeah,
don't
that's
know, I
why
know,
it's
I'm
so
just kidding.
quiet
First and
over there.
foremost-
He's been shooting up the place. Like, hey,
Yeah.
trying to sleep here.
First and foremost, I do not own firearms. And that's a very good thing. It's a very good thing that I don't own firearms.
It is.
For 2 reasons. Number 1, there was a bout of severe depression I went through this year. I might have used said firearms on myself. But for the last 15 years, there is a very big bout of rage and annoyance that I felt towards the entire human race. I would have used said firearms on everyone else during that time.
Oh.
So, I don't own firearms for those 2 reasons.
Well, shit.
Yeah. I don't own firearms because the temptation to use firearms is
Pretty high.
It's very strong, and I already know that I have good aim.
Well, that
Today
military
on
training must have
stream,
done
Richie
something for
fights
you.
off the demons.
Yeah. But before guys, before you in chat can beat me to it, yes, I have many facial shots to prove that.
There it is.
There it is. All right. So I know how you fuckers on Twitch operate. So yeah, just getting it out of the way. I know. That's what video games are for. Exactly. See, it's like what Alucard said. They say that TV and video games make you violent, but I say that when they took away my TV and video games, that made me pretty fucking violent.
I mean, my problem is when I use, comparison from video games, when I pull my right trigger, it makes the gun go off, so I don't know how to aim correctly.
Is that what you call pulling the right trigger? Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?
Oh, I suppose. Yikes.
Gotta censor me when I'm doing it. I'm jerking the trigger.
Yeah, jerking the trigger.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Is that what he calls
guys, here's the other part. Here's the other part
what they're
about where I'm
calling it
at.
now?
Here's the other part about where I'm at. I'm in Hermitage, which is actually, for those of you who actually knew me back in my early fairy tale podcast and Konoha Corner days, that's where I was living originally. My brother lives over here in Hermitage. It's the very edge of East Nashville. So I'm back in civilization. I fucking love it.
Bongo, 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 I don't want to leave the Congo. No.
I love being back in an area where at midnight I can find a restaurant that is fucking open.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I have to go to Athens to do that. That's like almost an hour away now.
Oh no, about 10 minutes away. There, about maybe a 5-10 minute drive away from here, there is a Whataburger, and it is open 24 hours.
We have those now. We just got 2 in Georgia. One's being
like
built
to
in
go to
Athens. One was built in Loganville.
Bro, I tell you what, man, I will happily pick you up from the airport if you fly over here. It is literally 3 exits down, and this room right here, like as soon as I get my furniture in, this is easily like this bedroom is big. Like I'm not joking. Check this out. All right.
I wish I had a bedroom that size.
Look.
We won't be doing quite as much reading today. We got to do the Richie home tour.
This is half my house. Like this is easily half the house. The living room.
That's his bedroom. That's his living room.
To be fair, since I have so much shit in my room, I wish it were that big.
You guys, I can't actually show you what this is. I will show you guys. Just make sure that you. I will send you my cell phone number. I will send you my phone number. Send me yours, and I'll send you the video. Yeah, I will send you the video that I took on my cell phone of the actual apartment. But yeah, it's good. You miss Whataburger? Yeah, Whataburger.
Here's hoping for AWA next year,
guys.
I never had Whataburger. Is it good?
If I get my dude, I'm not waiting for AWA. If I get my car fixed, if I get my disability money and it's a decent size, because dude, I've been waiting over a year since I did my intent to file, and then I finally got, while I was at the temp housing
place.
The temp housing place, I actually got checked out, physically checked out for my feet, my shoulder, and my asthma. So they did all that. There's one 20 minutes away. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
I still have yet to try that.
Also, keep in mind that this is par for the course for us. We usually start reading 20 minutes late anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
Especially with today.
Yeah, this is
that's
par for the course.
Dude,
so.
I knew.
Especially because like we're having to re-meet, just be all like, I missed you.
Well, we gotta catch
Dude,
him
there
up
was
too.
crying. There was crying in general when we just met up. It was like, oh my god, you guys!
Oh, man.
I promise
Like,
I would.
you think you missed us? Yeah, we missed us, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
I've talked to. Okay, in all seriousness, I've talked to 2 of these 3 chuckleheads over Discord in the last week. The only one I had not seen or spoken to was Shem.
Yep.
I've
gone.
talked to Moon, I've talked to Sonic, I've been on video call with both of them. But fucking hey, philosophers, thank you for the follow, man. We appreciate it.
Hello.
But and guys, go ahead if you want to follow or sub or donate bits or any of those things. Go ahead and get them out of the way right now, because we want to go ahead and acknowledge those things while we can, because once we start reading, we're not going to be able to do that, and we apologize.
Because
Not
we
as
kind of need to
consistently,
focus on the
anyway.
words.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
want to break
We
too
have to
much
start-
because
We gotta read at some point,
and
and
Yeah.
we may shit around
But-
while we're doing the read.
But I mean, the other thing is,
we are trying to get through the
like, my living room's pretty big, and once the furniture comes in, because I'm gonna be getting another bed, so once that happens, that's probably gonna go either into get all folded up and put into my hallway closet, and like I can just put that out there and blow it up, and whoever stays over can just sleep out there, and it's pretty chill. But yeah, if you want to come visit, hang out, I have a place for you. No biggie at all.
You're just in Tennessee, right? I could drive up there.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. Once I get my disability money, I can get my car fixed. I'll just drive down there and we'll hang out, man.
I would
like
love
Biggie.
that, legitimately.
Yeah.
I don't do enough on my weekends. If you just say like, hey, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm just going to come down there for a bit, let's hang out, I'd just be like, yes, please, I am so lonely. I have missed these streams like so much.
Bro, I will send you my address. You're welcome to come up and visit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
You're like,
just like
You're a 5
have
hour.
any reason to go out to
5 hour
Tennessee? Like, hey,
drive,
Richie,
but
can I
yeah.
stop by? Hey.
I mean, it would
Yeah,
just be
you
like
guys
come
are
up for one
absolutely-
day,
absolutely.
chill for a bit, hang out, do shit
Dude,
on the
do you
next
know
day,
how
and then go
short-
back the day after.
Do you know how short of a flight it is between Atlanta and Nashville?
Congratulations on graduating.
It's-
Oh, like
Oh,
2
holy
hours,
shit,
and
dude.
that's just waiting.
Sad thing
Waiting
is I
for
have
the
to
jet
drive
to take
to
off.
Thank you for the
Seattle to get
sub.
to the nearest airport.
Thank
That'll
you for
take
the
me
prime,
anywhere.
man. Thank you for the prime, philosopher.
Oh, hell
Appreciate
yeah.
it. The philosopher's voice has subscribed. You are
Yes.
no longer
Thank you, sir.
are no
The
longer a
philosopher
Dave.
voice.
I'm just imagining a velociraptor that can speak.
Finally getting things fixed.
I bet you did.
Congratulations on graduating from a Dave. Though that is basically just getting a participation trophy.
Okay, thank you for the 3 months, man. Appreciate it.
Yay.
Oh man. All right, so yeah, that's been going on. Just letting you guys know what my situation is.
Could benefit
Helm, Mike, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, so what I'm hearing is that I need to get Torment Moon. You get to Torment Moon in person. Yeah, Revit is literally like on the like south of Nashville, over in Franklin. I am no Dave.
Oh.
Like,
And does that mean both
I
of
am
you are
no
just
Dave.
gonna like just come down here and it's
That's
just like,
big.
all right, you're gonna play
Yes.
these scary games and we're gonna torture you and I'll just have to deal? Is that the plan?
I mean, depends on when you get here. I mean, it is still October. We could just take you through a haunted house.
No.
I would love that actually.
Dude,
Actually,
things.
dude,
if y'all,
it
if
is
y'all
the
did
season.
come down here,
Dude,
Netherworld.
No, dude, you're coming to, dude. If you come to Tennessee, we'll go to the Bell Witch Manor, the actual Bell Witch Manor. We'll take you to haunted
that-
locations.
Is that like
That would
one
be
of the
fun.
scariest places in Tennessee?
I've been outside of the St.
No,
Augustine
the Bell
Lighthouse.
Witch
My
is
mom was
one
too
of the
afraid to
most
go
haunted
inside.
places in one of the top haunted places in the U.S., dude.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh, congrats on the Toradora Bridge. This is Mike from Toradora Randomness. Oh, thank you, dude. I wish that Carson was here himself to hear that. Hey, hit up Explodacy on Twitter, @Explodacy on Twitter. He is the one that wrote it, directed it, and edited it, and he is the voice of the lead on that series. Please hit him up. He did a fantastic job on there. Actually, you can check him out. He was the
I
one
still
that
actually need to
he
watch
did a
it.
live edit
I
of
feel
that.
bad.
And we're back to form with that episode too, because we did 10K in a day. That is literally what we used to hit before the channel went down the very first time. Before the channel went down the first
And
time.
got
We used to
shadow
hit-
hit or whatever.
Yeah, shadow banned. Yeah. You live in Bowling Green. Yeah, dude. I know where Bowling Green is.
That'd be
I
fun.
graduated Portland High School up in Portland, Tennessee. So right on the border of Tennessee, Kentucky, buddy. Yeah, I know where Bowling Green is. That's where my prom was born. You wanted to
In
take
response
Moon to
to
Hollywood Horror?
K-Sox. Yeah, no. See, the funny thing is I am a huge chicken. You don't even have to go
no,
further than
I'm
taking me
I'm
into
aware.
like
Too.
Phasmo, but I love it
Yeah.
as well. I love being scared. It's
Oh
I am a
yeah,
huge
I'm gonna
chicken.
be
That makes
playing
sense.
Have to drag
Saints
me
and
kicking and
Sinners
screaming
later
through
on
some of these
VR
places.
too. That's gonna be interesting.
All right. So
I tried that. I did that.
So yeah, guys, I'm here in Hermitage, and I'm about 10 minutes away from my brother's house, so I have family nearby. That's the biggest reason why I was staying in Hermitage. I'm gonna Moon. I will try and have something planned around the time, probably on a Sunday, so that you can come up, because I'm gonna do a housewarming party. I'm gonna try and do a housewarming party sometime this month, so that you
I
can
will
come up.
attempt.
Yeah, so
will
that
make
you
the
can
strongest
attempt to come up, because we're gonna have Devin and Miki for that housewarming party too. So if you would like
Cool.
to meet Miki,
I
if
would
you
love
would like
that,
to,
actually.
if you want to, when I'm throwing the housewarming party, I'm trying to make sure that I have the furniture and stuff here, so that if you would just like to crash for the night here, if you'd like to stay over, you would be more than welcome
If
to.
alcohol
Yeah,
is involved, that will need to happen.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have wine and stuff. I'm not gonna get a bunch of alcohol, but I will get some wine.
I might.
There's literally a Kroger like just down the road, like not
Oh,
far
I'll
at
definitely get some alcohol.
all. Bro, okay, here's the other thing. There's a fucking trampoline park 10 minutes away from here. That is one of the things I want to try out.
I wouldn't even need to be back until Tuesday, and I could just hang out at your place for the reading. So like,
The two of us are just here for the
Cool.
reading.
spend the night and just like it would
We
be
can,
so much fun.
and there it is, right here. I have the physical books right behind.
Exactly.
So we have
And, like-
ladies and the gentlemen of the congregation in person. You know.
It would be
God,
so
that
much
was-
fun.
That took a while.
I'm sorry. I wasn't
It's been a
intending
while.
to do it. Hold on for the real
It's been
one.
a while.
Hold on. I will do the real one.
My headset kinda
Netrunner
wiggles
Vic,
around,
Hey,
so-
Vic, thank you.
Hey!
Netrunner Vic, what's
Hey.
up, man? By the way, Netrunner Vic is one of our newest executive producers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard.
Love that.
Welcome. If you guys
But,
are in
I will
DC,
say-
drinks are on. If you guys are ever in DC, drinks are on me, says Daxter. Well, shit. Now we just gotta start doing more cons so we
I'd
can
have
just get
known
free
that.
alcohol. Fuck.
For
I
real.
mean,
Do packs. I can
God,
do packs.
I remember being drunk Jesus still. Oh,
sit sad in
Drunk
California,
Jesus.
says Kay.
Oh,
Oh no. We will come visit Cali. It's not like I,
I have
haven't
like
done
4 other
Here's my
reasons
thing.
to visit
Dax,
California.
Dax, here's
From the
my thing.
valley.
Here's my thing. I just will not do Anime Expo. I will not. Anime Expo is giant and corporate, and I will not do AX. It is just there's too many fucking people. I don't ever want to feel like a sardine ever again. I will,
Yeah, that's
however, do Anime Los Angeles. Absolutely would happily do Anime Los Angeles.
If I can afford the plane tickets, I would love to do this stuff.
Well,
so much fun.
again, it's one of those things, guys. If you want us at your con, number one, we need more views on our channel. Definitely need more views. A lot of us, we know how to do panels. I know how to run panels. I've been doing it for decades at this point.
And I had so much fun being in the panels I was part of.
But we not only does our channel need panels, we need to get not only does our channel need views, we need sponsorships so we can get money to be like, hey, sponsors, do you want to help pay for maybe some of these trips? Or we need to get enough patrons to the point that we can be like, hey, this is a business expense.
Oh yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
That would be
because
great.
we
I get
cannot
over there so I can visit.
because
I'm
we
stuck in the
cannot
middle of the Harpin of
we
America, the
cannot
West.
individually afford the travel, much less the hotel room cost. Even if we
And
were
merch.
able to do a bunch of like convention and promotion stuff and panels that the convention would just comp us on stuff, they're not gonna pay for our travel. They're just not.
no.
We're not popular enough for that. You may love us, but there's not enough of you at that con that have heard of us and love us yet. We're not Team 4-star.
Yeah,
Not yet.
we would have to have like probably.
But you
at
can make us
least
Team
a
4-star
million
level,
subs.
or at least, guys, if you make us, you can help spread the word, talk about us. If you can build us up to something of the level of like a something witty or a Team 4-star, or hell, the Schmucks, because they're really good and they're notable. I mean, it's still on us. We have to make good content, and trust me, it's a coming. I'm sorry for how long Slime 9 has been delayed. I really am, and I'm gonna put this out there. Slime 9 nowhere near as good as Slime 7. Slime 7 was like our best episode out of season 1. But everything that we have planned for Slime season 2 is going to knock season 1 out of the park. We're going dark. We're going dark. That's why Fel and I are looking for a third person to write with us, because we need lighthearted comedy to kind of balance out the tone of season 2, because man, we are putting Riru through the, like, if you thought season 2 the anime was dark, dude, we are being mean to Rimuru in the abridged. It's
Like season 1 was Marvel at face value. Season 2 is DC.
no.
Not that mean. Not that mean.
Not DC makes it sound like it's bad writing. It's not bad writing.
I'm not saying the movies by a long shot.
All right.
I
you're talking
think
about, like, the
animated.
cartoons.
Okay.
I think
Okay,
so.
yeah.
Oh, DC animated. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's akin to that.
You know,
I
It's
have
akin to that.
cried
Good
more
DC.
watching DC animated than I have watching anything Marvel.
Yeah. I'll say
That's
it's
fair.
akin to that. I'll say it's akin to that. Some of these guys have already seen like AMVs I've made just playing around doing AMVs for season 2. It's some dark shit, but I can tell you right now, I've already tied certain moments into the greater Log Horizon Abridged universe, because Slime and Log Horizon are connected. And if you've watched Log Horizon Abridged, you'll know that Log Horizon is connected to Slime, and it's also connected. We said that it's connected to Dr. Stone. If you saw episode 2.
Congratulations on graduating.
Oh wow!
From Dave.
Well, Kay,
Oh,
thank you for the gifted.
And Sonic, you got
Sonic,
this,
you
gift
are
sub.
now you were gifted a sub. So Sonic, thank you for.
Sonic, congrats on not being a Dave.
I'm not a Dave anymore. No, now you're a Kermit.
Give it a month.
One of us.
You changed my voice. Now I'll get all the drip and bitches.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
no, you won't. No, you won't.
The
No, you
drip
won't.
and bitches.
If you've watched
It was
no,
all worth it.
Police. Now, Ice Cube.
no, you won't. No, you won't. If you've seen any of Log Horizon Abridged, you know we don't get the bitches. We get kicked out of the strip clubs all the time.
Oh.
Damn
Damn
it,
it,
I like it
Richie.
when they call me
No,
people.
no, it's not my fault. It's Kermit Prime's fault. Kermit the Wise had nothing to do with it. All right, anyway.
Oh god.
It's Carson. You say, damn you,
I
Carson.
can't believe it.
Kermit the
it,
Wise,
Carson.
Kermit the Black.
That son of a bitch.
Kermit Prime. You blame Kermit Prime.
Kermit Prime.
Yeah, there you go. All
That's,
right, Adam,
Everything was
Kermit
great until that
Prime.
bitch, Kermit Prime.
everything was good
Yeah.
until Kermit
You know what?
Prime
He sounds
fucked up.
really.
All right. Don't be
I
mad,
don't-
but I had an
I
idea
don't
for
got
a
anything
Bridge
for that,
Ramirez.
I lost the
Ready?
voice.
Okay, Daxter, that's
Ramirez?
funny. Ramirez is the little fairy queen demon lord. So funny story about that.
you a labyrinth. What do you want?
Funny story.
I think of Modern Warfare 2 every time.
We've already done Ramirez. The whole Ramirez thing got done like a year and a half ago. Slime 9 has been sitting on 90% finished for over a year, guys. I'm just being
Oh,
I'm
it
just being
still
real.
isn't? Oh, wow.
Guys, if anybody's upset, it's me, because I know how done it's been for a long time. Yeah. So trust me on this.
We are just so close to greatness.
Dude, as soon as
sucks,
this
but
gets
it's what it
done,
is,
as
though.
soon as this gets done, I can move right over to Spider and Konosuba, and then on to Slime Season 2. Yeah. Yeah.
Ever since, I don't know why, but ever since I think
This
of
is currently
Ramirez, I
just
ever
a
think of
dam
Modern
of
Warfare 2
creativity.
Ramirez.
Literally,
As soon as it
And I just think of that
literally,
one
I'm
scene
telling
in Modern Warfare 2, like, Ramirez, last mag, make it count. He throws the mag at him, Tiny Ramirez to catch
Hey,
it.
Fenris!
Gets splatted.
Fenris, hey!
Hey, Fenris! And then we're 2 weeks away. Then we are. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys will see Fenris in a couple of weeks over here on Twitch. He's going to be building Gunpla models. He's going to be building Gundam models and other possible mech models. With
I'm curious
Royce.
about what he's going to specialize on.
I don't know. You'll find out. You got to come here to find out, man.
I know. I have
And
to go
they're going to
check.
be talking
I'm
about.
curious what he's going to build.
They're going to be
What
talking
time?
about. That's what they're working on figuring out. Yeah, he and Royce are going to be building models and talking about Gundam and all sorts of other stuff and mech in general. And if you want to check all that fun stuff out, well, keep an eye on our Discord. Did you know we have a Discord? It's made of real velour.
What?
Yes,
I know.
absolutely.
Man, we do need to make a new Patreon video very, very soon. Oh, no. Anyhow, that having been said, looking forward to Goblin Slayer Season 2. Yes, I want to abridge it once it's done. There needs to be a sequel to Goblin Slayer. Naotsugu the DM is back. Naotsugu the DM could be back. I'm strongly for it. Yeah, I'm super strong for it. Yeah. Guys, you don't understand how good we are trying to pitch a certain a strong dice rolling DM character to a certain absolute goober of a bridge voice actor right now. That's why I want to write him. I want to write this character really, really good.
Okay.
You guys have heard this. I'm talking to the audience. You guys know who I'm talking about. You two.
I actually don't.
You
I
guys have
actually don't
forgotten.
remember.
You
It's
guys
been
have
a bit.
forgotten. You guys have forgotten. Okay.
It's been a couple months, so yeah.
It's a certain Team 4-star cast member.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember briefly talking.
I want to work
Yeah.
with Team 4-star. Yay.
You have.
Yeah.
We've technically worked with Team 4-star a few times.
No, he hasn't though.
Oh, he
I
hasn't.
haven't personally.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've only been in the
you
one episode
and
of
everyone
Shield
else
Hero
has.
I
He
died.
has been recent, so not technically
It
not
works.
happened yet.
Alright.
Or me.
That having
for that
been
matter.
said, though, guys, we probably should get to the book.
Aww.
It is time.
It is time. We got to give the people what they came for.
Wait, we're missing something. It's some
We
kind
are.
of introduction.
Oh yes.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Not
We'll
try.
get there.
Not quite there yet.
We have to open up. Holy books of Remeroism, ladies and gentlemen of the congregation, open your holy books of Remeroism to chapter 3 of I should have turned that Meshuggah thing off and disabled it long ago. I hate you for that. You damn soundboard shenanigans with your stupid kids.
Yiddish
You know,
into
why
something
don't
like
you
that?
quack off, you quackity duck season shenanigans? Anyway,
Oh my God.
open it to chapter 3.
Hold on.
Good. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Good.
It's happening. Oh my god. We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. Okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry guys, no more stream. We're all dead. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye bye.
Bye.
And to think,
Good night, everybody.
to think that for a month solid, I actually missed you.
Well, over now.
You missed me?
Hey, a month is
I
longer
don't
than I
even more.
expected.
I don't anymore.
It's true.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here
You had
now,
your
so you don't
chance.
have to miss me.
Yeah, it's over now. The honeymoon has ended.
the
The
deep,
month-long
bitter
honeymoon.
resentment
Wow,
has
that
sunk
actually
in.
lasted longer than I thought it would.
Yeah.
At least it just smile because it
I
happened.
mean, the good news is
fine.
the honeymoon ended, and it's because he fucked himself.
So, does that mean it's all downhill from here?
Yep.
All down.
Clearly, you've reached the end of your power.
The peak.
You peaked. Well, I guess no presents
You
for you.
peaked?
He missed you.
But I get stronger, right? I get better.
Yeah, but no. Anyway, but I missed you with every bullet so far. But at this distance, my
But your aim
aim's
is getting
bound to
better.
improve.
You ID an adult?
Yeah.
No.
I am an adult. By the way, guys, those boo bits were fantastic.
Oh, those were amazing.
Boobits.
I enjoyed them.
I wish they were
So much.
more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
wanted
all that did was just confirm
Skirt through
that
it.
we need more Majin Buu from Team 4-star. That's what
Yeah.
that
It
signal
was really good.
Is it wrong that I
They
want more
cast-
of the high school arc?
And they cast perfect people for those those roles. I want more of Hercule Satan.
Yes!
Please.
That was so good.
What was the line? Are
DoorDash!
you kidding? I've been counting these guys for years.
That was
Oh,
so
wait,
good.
They didn't hear that, did they?
No.
I definitely wanted more Majin Vegeta moments. That was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. The scream.
Listen to me, Kakarot! I'm using
I'm
his
using
fucking name! I love that! Oh
Ever
man, that was
since
so
they
good.
played Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and Grant and Lanny did that whole like midlife crisis Vegeta moment, I have been waiting 8
no. The voices are
years
back.
for that.
Oh no,
8 years for them to do that.
the voices are back.
Azkaban.
Not according to that court-ordered quack! Alright, so
someone say
Am
quack.
I real?
we're gonna you motherfucker. Alright, so we're gonna start things off differently.
Okay.
Sonic!
Yes.
You're up.
Yes.
You
Bet you are.
You are starting us off. Yeah. So if you were coming here expecting good reading, well, Sonic is here to disappoint you.
There we go. I'm back. And I took a shit for a second. I'm good.
Cool.
Oh,
So you didn't
for a
hear
second.
any of
That
that.
happens.
You didn't hear it?
No, I heard it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Good. Because I was going to say it again clearly for you if you needed it. I'm here.
Creary.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Sonic.
Mhm.
It sounds like you didn't hear me.
I'm up first.
Yeah, you're up first.
Do I have to put it back on?
Yes.
All right, 1 second.
The robe,
Why
Sonic.
aren't you in uniform?
The robe, Sonic. Put your pants back on.
Working on it.
He was like, "Do I have to
It's
put it
getting
on?" I was
hot
like,
in here, all right. I had to take the air conditioner out.
"Nobody needs to
It's
see
raining now.
Nobody needs to see the condom." And why did you put a condom on in the first place?
Look, I was
sometimes
trying
you
to
get
be
excited
I'm
about
wearing
reading.
my
I mean-
armor.
Some people
that's
get
my
excited
armor,
about reading.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the Jedi. Look, you gotta protect that. You gotta protect yourself down there, all right? You know.
Sometimes you do.
Surprisingly,
Sometimes
it,
you
You
do.
gotta
that
protect the
material works
lightsaber,
against
okay?
lightsabers. Mhm.
Yes.
It's a gentle instrument.
I mean, the beautiful thing about
An
it,
elegant instrument.
an elegant weapon for a more civilized time.
It's true.
There we go.
I mean, with some condoms, you
All
can
of it.
change the color of the saber.
I don't think the
color
hood with these
changing one.
headsets are gonna
Color
work
changing
because
one.
I look
Do they
like I
have
have a
ones where
big.
Which reminds me, speaking of
Confused.
color changing, man, if you
Huh.
want to see the many different outfits of Leon S. Kennedy, and
Oh, I should probably.
Razor brand condoms.
and Claire Redfield, make sure to check out Moon streams of Resident Evil 2, starting whenever the hell it is that he's gonna do them.
Some
Yeah.
point, you know?
Do you guys remember?
Who
I
knows?
think it was
21st
Who
night of
knows?
September.
Maybe tomorrow.
Do you? There were. I remember.
Also, guys,
in-
remember if you haven't done so already, call Green Day and give them a wake up. Because September has ended.
That's true.
Give
It
them a
has.
wake-up call.
As of today. Yep.
Yeah,
Nope, yesterday.
September
Damn it, I
ended.
forgot to call them.
No. As of Sunday. Yeah, as of yesterday, September
Yeah, it's
ended.
been 2 days.
So make sure to give them a call if you haven't. They need a wake up.
Okay.
Wake me up when
Before
September ends.
ends.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think I've
I
actually
don't
heard
know.
that one.
Yeah,
It's
see,
kind of upsetting for me.
see, there it is. Moon looked very confused, and I was like, "Why is Moon confused?" Wake me up,
I saw in a
when
completely different
September-
song there. So
guys, quickly, we have a Holy Cats. All right,
I
cool. All right,
There we go.
Get stuff.
my sleeves don't work that way. I can't raise my arms. They just drip
Yeah, you
down.
can.
I'm like Vader. I can't put my hands above my head very well.
No.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. He was raising his hands in the air like he just don't care pretty well when he threw you down a fucking mine shaft.
That's true.
Damn.
Vader, is this a bit you're doing? Vader.
Wait, put me down. Ah!
Not
Wait,
like
Is
that!
my father gonna kiss the Emperor?
He goes.
This is awesome.
He goes. No, wait, put me down. Not like that.
We need to do just a reaction to all of the Robot Chicken stuff, and there's how
What if
many
he didn't do
voice
that on purpose?
Palpatine the entire
What if that
time.
was just he was actually trying to relocate him and then he just fucked up and he had to play it off? He was like,
That was pretty wizard, wasn't my son. What? I'm bringing
that was
it
pretty
back.
poggers, wasn't that my son?
That was pretty good, was it, fam?
No.
It's like, Dad, just
Okay.
stop. Vader, stop. Please. You've done enough.
Yep.
You've already killed the Emperor. Please don't kill that.
As soon as he finds out he's his father, he starts telling dad jokes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Or it's the Hishi version. It's like, oh, you're my son? Oh no, not this again.
Hey
a
guys, I'm
father!
a dad. Hey,
I'm a
Stormtroopers,
dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm sorry,
Wait,
son. I guess you.
Stormtroopers! I'm a father!
That really hits me where I live. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
you have to
All
start reading now.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember saying something like, give your all. Yes. Don't worry. I'm not losing my marbles yet. Wait for me to be thrown down a reactor shaft and be put into another body. That we'll talk about that.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. That's what
true.
happened. Rimuru put out a call saying, "Give it your all," and the monsters were like, "Okay."
Okay. And then we saw what happened when one of them
finally, let me just take off the weighted training.
And then all the monsters.
and then we saw what happened when one of them did it.
And then all the monsters went, "Bet." And then the 3 demons were like, "Okay." Like fucking
literally,
suddenly explosions across the battlefield.
And then
literally, let me give you a brief description of what happened. Everyone's like, "Oh no, we're kind of having trouble here. Oh man, this is oh boy, we're really trying to hold out here."
Rimuru is watching.
Us. What's up?
Rimuru's watching.
Rimuru?
Going,
yeah.
"Oh no." He goes,
Give it our all. Okay, bet. All right, let me take my weights off. Oh hey, look at there's one of the demon lords. Like, go right up to that person's camp.
Yep.
Timmy, don't look. Timmy, don't look at that. Timmy.
The sad part is like literally everybody was like, "Oh shit, I guess we're gonna have to try now."
Fuck. Yep.
And then they fucking wiped out the entire army in front of the Dwarven King in a matter of minutes. Like it was
the entire Air Force is gone.
No, not the entire Air Force.
Oh, there's a tank column.
There's a separate one that's headed for Inglacia right now.
I swear, a tank column got wiped out.
There's a tank column and there's an Air Force that got wiped out, but there's a separate Air Force that's headed for Inglacia.
I wasn't referring to the second one.
All the stuff that was outside the Dwarven, the whole army that was in between the Dwarven Kingdom and the Jura Tempest Federation.
The Federation.
That is literally that whole area that was there, and they were talking all that mad shit. It's gone.
Oh yeah, they did manage to seal up Gabiru, and they think he's.
No, they didn't.
What's his face?
No, they didn't. They didn't manage to seal up Gabiru.
No, they think that they sealed him up somehow, and then I don't remember exactly how. And then they think he's.
No, all right. The funny thing, they thought that was Veldora. They thought they sealed him up. No, that's not actually what happened. What happened was he was actually calculating something because the thing that they hit him with literally just created a side effect that actually made it where he could actually just be more powerful. And he was literally sitting there studying the effect of it. And then
he's sitting there with his arms and legs crossed like,
One of the demons came over and smacked him and was, "Hey, stop being an idiot." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I am being an idiot." And he just started moving all over the battlefield and fucking shit up.
This is Gabiru, mind you.
This is Gabiru! This is just Gabiru!
Yep, it's just
Gabiru's like, "Oh, sorry, hang on, let me..."
Gabiru being Gabiru because he's Gabiru.
Let me just pull off an AoE real quick.
Yeah,
Not good?
it's so...
One shot.
Dude, it was so funny. It was... he finally found out 2 + 2 = 4. No, Gabiru's actually really, really smart, but that's funny, Ryuma. No, he's actually really, really clever. Like, he stopped fighting because he had a scientist moment.
There's a reason that some people consider him the Hercule of this series, but he's also pretty competent.
He's like, okay, so like, imagine if you will, if...
Let me paint a picture for you.
If Bill Nye the Science Guy had the strength of Krillin. Yeah.
That's a fair comparison.
Yeah, that's kind of where
we have to bring the power scale down of this series, though, a little bit.
No. Krillin at Dragon Ball Super. So
and the reason it's compared to Krillin is because
Gabiru hasn't evolved even further yet. That's why. Otherwise, I'd be pulling him up to Piccolo's level.
I was gonna say Piccolo. I guess Piccolo would be next.
He's gonna reach Piccolo's level because he's gonna get up there. These guys.
Okay, which Piccolo?
Wait,
are we talking
he's a
Kami
lizard
level,
and
male
he can
level,
fly?
or normal?
Is
Oh, no,
he
no.
a Yoshi?
No. No,
And he's kind of green.
I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super Piccolo, not Orange Piccolo, just Dragon Ball Super Piccolo. Like after
Okay,
he
so at
absorbed
least with
and
Kami. At least with
Piccolo.
Kami.
Ran.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nobody's called him Piccolo
does
Orange
Moon
yet.
Screen
I'm
go
sad.
wacky on everyone else's end or just mine?
Just yours.
Weird.
Okay.
All right.
I swear, he's the only person where that happens with. Then again, we don't do cameras that much.
Also true.
Anyways, back to not losing my marbles.
Yes.
They've already been
It's
lost.
only been around 3 years since I was reincarnated. It's only been 3 years since I've last been reincarnated even. No need to worry about that. But still, as I watched the big screen, I began to wonder if those words were really mine after all. Did I really say that? After all, the screen was showing my army pretty much kicking everyone's ass out there. Which is great. Super. No problems here. But the content was just too much to watch. I had to send Billy away. He was too violent for Billy. Richie also. Richie can't watch this. It's too violent for Richie, apparently. It was such a lopsided thrashing that I kept my mouth agape the whole time. I wish my stormtroopers were this good. Gopta was acting very cool. Very non-Gopta-like. He stormed around the battlefield and crushed tanks with his bare hands, unified with Ranga. He both looked and raged like someone who deserved being called part of the Big Four. And Gabel? Names.
Gabiru.
Gabel?
Yeah, it's gotta be. Real.
I swear it was Gabiru. I'm like, that's not Gabiru. But like, yes, it is. My brain was.
Yeah, it is.
Oh God. And Gabiru, to his credit, had transformed into a real strong-looking dragonish kind of monster, smashing up enemy ships with some kind of crazy powerful energy reaction. And not just him. Everyone on Team Hiryu. Hiryu?
Hear you, yeah. Like
Hear you?
Strider
Okay.
hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Like Strider Hiryu. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Team Hiryu had undergone transformations too. I realized at once that this was Dragon Body at work. But since when had they mastered it so well? I didn't even master it. Also, that Dragon Body skill, something I left for later and never got to. I had no idea it was so amazing. It's got a time limit, and you can only be active in it for about 10 minutes, I guess. But the crazy power more than makes up for the disadvantages. It'd be suicide if you used it in the wrong way. But it's a nice little card to add to your deck, I think. But even Gabiru and company lost the spotlight to that giant mid-air explosion. I don't know what the heck they did, but the enemy's flagship had a thermonuclear meltdown or something. And it took out the Empire's entire airship force with it. That surprised even me, but as a result, the Empire's air power was essentially destroyed. Every single ship crashed to the ground. That kicked off a major offensive by the Tempest forces. With Gopta and Gabiru's forces joining up, everyone could see that we had gained the upper hand in the war. Even in martyr warfare, helicopters had an overwhelming advantage against tanks. And in much the same way, Team Hiryu was mostly using breath attacks from the air, inflicting heavy, one-sided damage on the Empire's ground forces. And because they were such small targets, the tank guns weren't really a threat. Really, as long as they don't hit you, it's not worth worrying about. The Empire didn't just sit there and take a beating, of course. They tried fighting back several times. But we squashed every attempt they put up. The big performers in that respect were Veyron, and Zonda,
Mhm.
like Han? Zonda,
Like-
yeah, like
yeah,
Honda, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking car. Under Ultima's command. It's very weird. Wait, what's
Mm.
Veyron? What's Veyron then?
I think that might be based on some sort of car. I don't know.
I
gotta
know it's a
double-check.
car, I just don't know what the actual reference is.
Mm.
Veyron and Zonda.
Veyron is Bugatti.
Chat, what's
It's a type of
Veyron
Bugatti.
based off?
Oh,
It's a Bugatti.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Those two were definitely old demons, alright. They were from a different time. We don't like to have them talk very much. They're very racist. They seem to have an eye for spotting the strongest among their foes. And regardless of whether they were squad captains or regular soldiers, they only chose the most powerful. And tore them apart. Their
Sounds
butler
bad.
and cook outfits, respectfully, weren't exactly appropriate, but for the Imperial troops, they became a symbol of fear. Looking at the enemy's supply units, Hakuro was slashing away at them with his sword, offering no mercy. Apparently, some of them were even trying to introduce themselves first. God damn you! I'm rank 29th! And so on.
97th.
What the what?
Sorry.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know why I did that. Why did I check?
It's okay.
Why did I choose a different number? I am ranked 97th, and so on. But Hakuro's white blade made them spew blood before they could finish.
Mm.
Forgive me, he said to the bleeding masses. Sir Rimuru is watching this battle. He has ordered us to go at full power, and thus I can offer you no mercy. That really wasn't what I meant. Or, that really wasn't how I meant it. But now I understand how much of a big deal it was to them. You know, though, I couldn't really withdraw that order. If I butted it at this point, it just caused confusion on the field. So I took the long view and decided to watch how the battle unfolded. This turned out to be a pretty good decision. Frankly, the Imperial soldiers, Veyron, Zonda, and Hakuro the Imperial soldiers, Veyron, Zonda, and Hakuro picked off were equal to or better than paladins in ability. That, and their gear was pretty insane. Even better than the spiritual armor worn by paladins. Legend class in quality. Looking at the big screen, there were way
Big picture.
stronger. What?
Big picture. You said big screen.
Big screen!
Looking at the
Looking
big
at the
screen
big
TV.
screen.
Yep.
Looking at the big screen, the 70-inch plasma screen TV that we
Yeah.
have stationed in the office,
Hmm.
they were way stronger than any of those guys, in fact. Fact that shocked me when Raphael gave me the results. I wasn't sure how they got this kind of equipment, but they did, and that was that. Maybe the people granted this gear were the heavily rumored Imperial Guardians. Huh. Gandora told me about them. This group handpicked from the best the Empire had to offer, including other worders. There were around 100 of them, he said, and I guess the rank stuff they mentioned was proof of their membership. If people like that were given a chance to really strut their stuff, things might have been a lot more chaotic out there. It was smart for us to take them out before they were fully ready, just like Hakuro did. Veyron and Zonda did the same too, taking action before anyone knew what was going on. They all had a good eye for spotting the most fearsome of our foes. Like, they had stats floating above their heads. They had stats floating above their heads. If all their champions had bonded together, or bonded? Yeah, no. If all their champions had bonded together, I don't think killing them would have been so simple. But it's their fault for being careless on the battlefield. Oh, on the field. Oops. Got a problem with that? Well, you should have gone all out from the start. That, of course, could be said for us as well. If we showed any needless mercy to the enemy, there was a good chance they'd take advantage of it. If that happened, the damage would have been unthinkable. I refuse to let us do anything foolish like hurt a friend to rescue an enemy soldier. I couldn't help but want to show a little compassion sometimes. But that would be the same as letting up because I assumed victory was in the bag. We were fighting a war here. Best to keep our minds hardened and let them do all their best till the end. So regarding the surrender I was expecting to receive from them. Well, while I was admiring the exploits of Hakuro and the gang, something strange was going on in the Emperor's Command HQ.
The Empires.
Oh, Empires.
You got Emperor on the brain, my man.
Empire.
He's doing the
I'm too attached to the Empire.
Too far gone into the character of the Emperor, I see.
Yes.
Report. Activation of the large-scale destruction magic Death Streak confirmed. The user is the subject Testarossa.
Did you say Death Star?
No, Death Streak.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's when the Death Star takes off its outer shell and goes streaking out in space. Otherwise known as the Death Star
wait,
2.
Tesserossa's going out streaking?
gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
one
Anyway.
worse thing.
It's when the
worse.
stormtroopers go streaking in 0G, otherwise known as Death Streak.
0G streaking.
And Tesserossa's leading
so
that unit? This is gonna be a PR nightmare. Where's the Senate where I need... Oh, yeah, I disbanded that.
No, you
Where's the
are the
Senate?
Senate. You are the Senate.
That's right.
Well, I was the Senate, and then I disbanded it. Right.
But you're the one that started that tradition.
But I had representatives to help with the delegate problems, and I fired all of them. Not my best and brightest moment.
Yeah, but you are aware, sir, that you started this tradition.
Yes, I am.
We have the hollow footage. We have the hollow security footage of you streaking through floor 1313 on Coruscant. You didn't.
Look,
do
I was
really...
drunk.
Yeah.
I just executed Order 66 flawlessly.
We told you to put those death
Barring
sticks
Vader,
away.
of course.
We told you to put those death sticks away.
You know what? It was a very special occasion.
You want to buy any Death
I had been holding
wanna
back
buy
on
any
my
Death Sticks.
urges ever
don't
since
wanna
I
sell you
became
Death
Chancellor. I deserve to have a little time to myself when I achieve my goals, don't I?
I'm just saying that wrinkle flopping around, and I mean, nobody needed to see that.
No one told me the Jedi Temple would have anyone in it.
Look,
I thought it was
the
empty.
stormtroopers even
Like it should have
attempted
been.
to end their own lives
someone
after having seen the display.
No,
But
I
they
killed
missed.
them. I very specifically killed them.
Oh no! A few of them survived, and thank God they have filtration devices in their helmets because the amount of bile those guys can produce.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's just bad. By the way, thank you to the person that followed while we were doing that bit. We
Yes,
really
thank
appreciate
you for
that.
following. It does help.
Yeah. All right, continuing on
You
with the
can
story.
contribute to my next death streak, apparently.
He just runs through the temple naked, just throwing force lightning
Just-
everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's just skipping across the dead Jedi.
You get a streak. You get a streak. It's streaks of lightning
Oh,
while he's
did I
streaking.
resuscitate you, death streak?
It's
Oh, is one gonna get up and use their cute little lightsaber?
it's when the Emperor just goes prancing naked through the Jedi temple while shooting people with force.
Oh,
lightning.
what's that dance where they do the?
the
He's doing that
thriller
with the
dance.
shooting lightning.
He's doing that with force
Oh, that.
lightning.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And then you gotta do the shoulder shimmy with the clap.
This is where the Connect game came into
You gotta
play.
do
This
that.
is why that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
came
I
up
have
with the
a
idea
friend-
for the Kinect game from that dance.
I have a friend named Bethany who could teach you that entire dance.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
My
I'm
brother
sure.
knew it once.
It's a long
no,
dance,
he
isn't
didn't
it?
have to do it because the tubas didn't unhook for that portion.
Oh my god.
We all got to get this. We all got to get the row,
Duh,
and then we
tuba.
got to do a music video when we
Oh
all come
my
together at one
God.
point and do the dance.
We'd have
Yep.
to learn the entire dance, dude. That's the crazy
not
part.
impossible.
All right. Anyway.
No, it's not. It's very long.
All
Though.
right. So hearing Raphael's
It's like a
report.
5-minute song. Mm-hmm.
Hearing Raphael's report, I hurriedly projected things onto the big screen.
Man, I can't
There
wait
they
to
were.
meet Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Donatello.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4 turtles. Here's
Turtles
one
and a
better.
half shell.
I wish I actually knew the rest of that
Heroes.
theme song because I
Heroes and
grew
a
up
half
with that
shell.
version of the show.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch Ninja Turtles, okay? I was busy
2000,
running an
yeah.
empire.
Oh yeah. That was
1,
like the
2,
best-
I didn't have
3,
much
4
downtime.
turtles. It was really good. My friend tries to show me that.
Heroes and a
Turtles,
half
there's
shell.
no one better. Turtles, watch out for Shredder.
All right.
Turtles,
Oh.
they're like no other. Sorry, it's a good.
Actually,
song.
now that I think about it too, there is one funny thing that my other friends tend to joke about. Apparently Obama was able to finish Witcher 3, and I've finished Witcher 3.
Damn it! A president beating a game I haven't started yet. Fuck.
I've kind of started it a little bit. I just...
In his defense, he has retired.
That's true. He
I
has
know,
plenty
I think
more
it was
time in
during his
hands.
presidency, I think.
How fucking dare?
How?
I think it was. I don't know the exact specifics. That's what I
He
just
couldn't have
told
done
you
it
guys.
when he was president. He couldn't have beaten Witcher 3 while being president. He had no time.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you could see his hair by the end of it. It literally physically aged him.
Like, did you see his hair after? He looked like Geralt of
Oh,
Rivia.
yeah.
Mm.
He could
cast the fire runes, too.
He could have started cosplaying as afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Toss a coin to your Witcher,
To your-
Obama
Oh,
of plenty.
My fellow Witchers.
Oh, Baraka, plenty.
Instead of my fellow Americans, it's my fellow
Obama,
Witchers.
plenty.
My fellow Witchers. My fellow Witchers. Now listen here, Geralt.
The amount of distrust
Yeah,
happening
exactly.
through our ranks is a little too high.
Yes.
See these
Yes.
right-wing MAGA Witchers. Alright. Sorry.
See, the
They
wild
could
hunt
just
is
go through
coming for
towns
us,
and do what
and
they want,
it is
and
a
they can.
problem.
It is a problem.
All right. Anyway, keep on going with the book.
Right.
Yeah,
I gotta get into this, boys.
The book.
The book.
Let's see. Big screen. The 70-inch plasma screen. Yes. There they were. Testarossa and Ultima standing around with big smiles.
Witcher 4,
Nobody else was alive.
The horse is no longer Roach. It's called Air Force One.
Air Roach 1.
All right,
Yes.
giddy up, Air Force One.
I call
was
this
trying
one
not
my
to do a
Air
spit
Roach.
take.
Air Roach 1. Now picture this if you were. There they are. Tessarossa and Ultima. Standing around with big smiles. Nobody else was alive. The end.
That's kind of what
That's-
happened. That's honestly kind of what happened.
That's
Also-
why I reread it, because I
Also,
wanted
here's
to do
the other
that.
reason. Here's the other reason why you need to come up here. Moon. Because Whataburger has this banana pudding shake. It's fucking
So-
delicious.
I'm gonna end up comparing it to well, I say shake, it's more ice cream, but the shake from fuck. What was it called?
Shake,
What's
shake,
that
Shake
place
from
called?
Fuck?
Oh my god.
Shake.
I mean, that's a good shake.
Oh.
If
Cookout.
okay, well, the Dr. Pepper shake that they had before was really good too.
Do they still have that?
No, unfortunately, it was a limited time thing, and it was delicious.
I love.
I actually heard that-
is not fair.
I actually heard
Dr.
that
Pepper.
strawberry, or not strawberry,
That was like-
blueberry
That was like
banana is
back
actually
in,
a pretty
that
interesting
was back
flavor.
in June, so it was like 3-4 months ago. Yeah,
And I missed it.
it was fucking.
And we had a
delicious.
Whataburger here at that time. That's.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
just couldn't get to it.
All right, sorry, we gotta finish this paragraph, and I interrupted. My bad.
Nice. I'll just shoot force lightning at you. I'll send it in spirit.
All right.
Or I could force. Actually, I guess I could
Force
force
ghost.
choke you, but yeah, whatever. This isn't the first time you've interrupted me.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. We're just having funny.
Oh, Cookout
Put out in the
North
show for
Carolina has the which one? The banana pudding shakes or the Dr. Pepper shakes? Tell us in the comments. We want to know. Anyway, continue with the book.
The nearly 1,000 tanks the Empire had left were silenced. All the infantry deployed around them fallen. It have been. I don't know why I thought that. It have to. In the tens of thousands, I estimated. Deathstreak, was it? Mm-hmm. That's one ridiculously dangerous spell.
Understood.
Now I'm picturing them naked.
I mean, considering that Testarossa is the really hot white-haired one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that one.
She's.
But isn't one of them a lolly?
She's not the lolly.
No, one of them is the isn't Ultima, or am I thinking of something
Ultima's
else?
the lolly. Testarossa is
Yeah.
not.
You know what? I'm thinking of it in No Game,
grown.
No Life rules. One adult is there to kind of take your attention off.
She is the adult. Testarossa is the adult.
Yeah.
So the one you're picturing naked is the safe one. The
That's
FBI is not banging on your door yelling at you to open up right now.
Look, we're looking at her, all right?
FBI,
not the
open
little
up.
One. FBI, open up. We want to see.
Give us a look.
Fucking share, damn it.
Fuck it. I'm not a
That's
person.
one ridiculously dangerous spell. Raphael, could you please remove the image of them being naked on my head, please?
Nope.
Anyway, understood. Deathstreak is a type of nuclear magic. A magical death ray that kills all living creatures. As a side effect...
Raphael was happy to analyze and explain the situation to me.
Yeah, goddamn
But
right I am.
But I really don't think I could be blamed for almost shouting, "Don't use that kind of dangerous magic!" We only can do so much censoring. Our budget only can do so much.
OSHA is so far up my ass right now that I'm practically a puppet.
Well, it would help if you provided your workers with some railings.
Yeah, some
Do you know
guardrails.
how much of a drop that is?
But they would just
oh
be
my God.
leaning on it all day.
Smooth.
I
like it.
understand your concerns, but it's better than them falling and you potentially having a lawsuit worth, I can't even tell you how many credits.
When you're the emperor of the entire galaxy, you write the laws.
Yeah.
I
tell you what.
the way the laws are written right now.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Emperor of the Galaxy.
I don't like your tone there.
What cost more? The guardrails or the entire space station getting blown up?
Look, I didn't design the damn thing, okay? That was not my fault.
Let me tell you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
I'm
hired
sorry.
people
I'm
for
sorry.
that.
Somehow.
I
How many
hired
times?
people
How
to
many
go, a
times?
director,
Oh, I'm
to
sorry.
go out and find the
I'm
people
sorry.
to hire
I'm
them.
sorry.
I got other
I'm sorry.
things to do.
I'm sorry. How many times did the Death Star blow up? Oh, that's right. And maybe the critical problem was a lack of fucking guardrails.
Look,
Because-
safety is important,
because-
and this is why.
Because if they feel like their needs are not being taken care of, then your troopers themselves are not going to give a shit about the station that they're stationed on. They're not going to
Oh,
fight.
yes, tell that to the Galactic Empire.
I did.
Or the
I
new
did.
Republic, or not the Galactic Empire, sorry. The Galactic Republic. Or
Listen,
the
listen.
new one.
Palpy,
that
can I
they
call you
made
Palpy?
afterwards.
Oh, it's a
Have
new
you
one.
seen this petition that the workers have signed? There's over 100,000 names on this thing, and they all say they need better safety guidelines.
Oh, yeah. We're also going to tell it to the Galactic Empire that was... Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on.
I am the Galactic Empire.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Hey, we're going to talk really quick about the Galactic Republic that was around for thousands of years. And then we're going to look at the measly 20 years that the Galactic Empire was around for. for? Wow, what a great, as opposed to the true Sith Empire that was around for thousands of years, which you weren't really the emperor of.
I wasn't
You're not
born
even
during
technically
that
a
time.
Sith.
Sad, so
Like,
sad, so sad.
not
And you're
part
part
of
of.
the-
Yeah,
oh,
but
that's
I'm
right.
the culmination
That's right. No, you're
of
not.
all of the Sith.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're just part
because
of that.
empire, if I ruled
That's
that
right.
would not fall.
That's
That
right.
would not
That's
fall.
right. That's right. That's
Religion,
right.
not
That's
the
right.
Sith
That's
race.
That's right. That's right.
Perhaps the
You're
same
not.
could be said of all religions.
That's right. You're
Yeah,
part
there
of
you go.
that. You're part of
See,
that.
Gems on my court. Gems on my
You're
team.
part of that rule of. You're part of that rule of two. Darth
Nah, it's just
Bane.
memeing.
No, it's rule of me. It's
You're,
just
you're,
the rule
you're
of me
part
now.
of that rule of
I've
two.
changed
Darth
that.
Bane offshoot branch of the Sith. See the Sith.
Shoot, brand.
Right.
Kroger brand.
Yeah. You're kind of that
I'm the
offshoot branch
Safeway
of the.
brand.
Yeah. See the true Sith Empire from like the old Republic video games, which are still canon, by the way.
Absolutely.
No, they're officially canon.
yeah.
They're officially canon, part of the Disney canon lore. They still kept that as canon, by the way. Yeah.
God, I miss
Not
KOTOR.
Knights of the
I
Old
haven't played them
Republic,
yet.
not Knights of the Old Republic. They haven't canonized that yet. But the Old Republic, the EA online, the Old Republic, they kept that canon.
Okay. I call that one.
Oh,
Sword.
And
the
that
EA
has
one?
the
Oh,
Sith.
Star Wars.
Yes,
The Old Republic.
SWTOR.
Oh, I
They
still
kept
need to
that.
play Survivors.
That still has an entire Sith Empire in it, which is not yet part of the Bane rule of two stuff that has been broken off as the separate Sith Empire. Yeah.
Oh yes, and everything before Bane. Look how that went.
Yeah.
That was not me.
I
I
mean,
had nothing to do with that.
it stuck around for thousands and thousands of years. I mean, how long did your empire last?
Up
Yeah,
until
about less
one
than,
big
hmm.
explosion.
Depends on the
like,
canon.
Hey,
Did you ever hear
at
the
least you could
tragedy
say-
of Darth Donald the Whiny?
Damn.
Oh,
At least you could say
Yeah.
the Empire went out with
Yeah.
a bang.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
By the way, Palpy, I hear you have a deep-rooted fear of heights. What's that about?
Yeah.
Damn, that trauma digs deep, huh?
I don't want to talk
It kind of
about
hits at the core, if you know what I mean.
I
I've
detect
also
the sparks are flying.
I also hear you have like an issue with like bright flashing lights. Is that an epilepsy thing, or like is that an old man thing? Seizure
Also,
warning?
did you
or-
like used to work on trains? Because I've heard you're a great conductor.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Wait, I don't get that one. I don't get that one. Hold on.
you can-
Electricity.
Yeah, you can-
Yeah,
conductor.
electricity,
Okay,
conductor.
okay.
You are showing some
I was
very
thinking
strong signs of
train
resistance to
conductor.
these jokes, okay? I get it.
I'm very resistant to the force
Yeah.
that you are
Look,
guys
no
are putting
one's
out.
forcing you to laugh at these, okay?
Mm.
This is
Yeah.
not the first time you've made the puns moon.
Mm.
holy Sith, dude.
Pray
Get it
that
together.
pray that it'll be the last.
Pray that I don't do it again.
Pray. Oh.
Lest I'll take your ass back to Mustafar and reburn you again.
Oh.
I mean, that's a little moose too far for me, honestly.
Well, Watto, you talking about?
Take me back, Watto. Take me back.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
okay.
You know,
okay,
Anakin's dad.
Guys,
Okay,
guys,
okay,
guys,
okay.
guys.
Right, gotta keep
If you don't get it together, I'm gonna have to swat you all with the Padme.
It's not me. You started this.
Making
You-
inappropriate jokes on stream? That's
Man, I'm getting tired. I might need to lay it down.
Yeah.
Why don't you look at the book you're supposed to be reading?
I like this bottle. It's very chewy.
Come on, there's only Obi-Wan paragraph left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finish off this paragraph.
Yeah, it would be nice if I could finish this. Much like if I was able to finish the second Death Star, that'd be nice.
Yeah, come on. We'll even give you a Han.
A Han. Oh, I always wanted a Han.
Just say Ren.
Oh man,
I already did.
don't
so-
need to
I
chewy
like
the scene,
so
okay?
many parts.
Yeah.
I need to chew away
if
at this. I
things are
need to
getting-
chewy
if-
away at this
If
scene.
things are getting a little too high, we can cut low.
Some of these jokes are getting a little kirksome. But that's Star Trek.
Okay, I'm gonna force my way through these paragraphs now. Hang on.
Okay.
Alright.
Ultima's nuclear blast was called Nuclear Flame, apparently. But this move seems several times more dangerous. Not that Testarossa was stopping her, either, but... Either way, the moment that spell triggered, that pretty much decided the match. There was no surviving enemy commanders left. And it was the...
Anybody else hear like the sorry, but does anybody else hear the Smash Brothers guy going game?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's like
Not that Testarossa was stopping her either, but... Game!
yeah, exactly. Either way, no, it's like either way. The moment that spell triggered, that pretty much decided the match. Game.
Game.
The winner is...
There is.
Ultima!
Exactly.
And everyone else is like,
Well, they can't.
oh wait, no.
Their
It could be that.
No,
skeletons
because they're
would
all
be.
no, because they're all
dead.
spirits. They're all
Yep.
spirits. So just imagine a bunch of booze.
They're just PNGs.
They're just booze. They're just booze.
Oh yeah, just. Oh wait, no,
I
you
can't
face to the
help but
camera, so they'd
think
be
of
like,
this stupid GIF that I saw or video, whatever.
Yeah,
you
guys,
have
guys,
Kirby.
guys.
Can
you
I
gotta
at least
stop.
finish the
Yeah,
paragraph?
yeah,
Hold your
guys,
thought on
guys,
that.
you gotta stop. He's gotta solo this paragraph.
yeah.
There were no surviving enemy commanders left. And it was only a matter of time before we weeded out the remaining troops. Stormtroopers. So our battle with the Empire was over. Over on the Dwarven Kingdom side, ended in a fantastic victory for us.
See, you were reading for the
Man.
rebels. Look at that.
Yeah, that took so long. It was like
Yes.
a millennium having to wait.
It took me so many parsecs to get through that. I'm sorry, guys.
It certainly wasn't the
Unit
castle.
of, unit of distance, not time.
Yeah, you certainly wasn't the Kessel Run. All right, Shim, it is your turn.
Hold on a sec. I was too busy laughing. What page? Or what sentence did we leave off on?
We start with
we're
the
at a start,
Imperial
so it's
Army.
the Imperial Army. Jinx.
We started. Hold
You want
on.
me as T-Tat.
What
Side, fantastic victory for us.
Oh, it was a fantastic. Okay,
And
fantastic.
then right after that. All right, I'm gonna go take this
Victory.
off.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Flawless victory.
Oh, it's hot.
Flawless.
Put your
victory.
pants
Okay, there we
back
go.
on.
No.
Please.
I put my pants
okay.
on.
Yeah. All right. The Imperial Army, which we considered to be a decoy, was annihilated. Literally wiped off the face of the earth. Not just in strategic terms either. It was absurd. I didn't think telling them to go all out would result in something like this. Also, Benimar was starting to act a bit scary. If this was the result, was there any damn point to my strategy in the first place? What the hell's up with our intelligence officers down there? You said they were under your control, Sir Rimuru. But can you explain this, please? Yes, I had been keeping a few things to myself. Benimaru didn't need to yell at me with a freaky smile like that. I mean, you know, did we really have a strategy at all? And look, Benimaru, you're not the only one who wants an explanation. In fact, I want to get some answers on this too. But I couldn't just shout out everything on my mind, so I glanced at Veldora for some assistance. He averted his eyes. I knew this in advance, but it was pointless to rely on Veldora. Oh, hold on. It was pointless to rely on Veldora for situations like this. The same went for Ramirez. She wouldn't pitch in either. No, I told you. Oh, no, I told you, right? Those are the new guys that Diablo recruited and brought in for us. I know they're Diablo's people. No dancing around the topic then. Ah, well, so I decided to be honest and tell them everything. If it was Benimaru and Geld, I was sure that revealing that these ladies were super freaky primals would be greeted with a smile and a nod. Besides, Diablo was responsible for everything related to them, so if something came up, we could discuss it then. Armed with this theory, I prepared to tell the truth. So, do you know what a primal is? A primal? Benimaru didn't seem to, but Shuna, currently offering us some coffee, interrupted. You're referring to the Seven Sovereigns, the source of all demons? I overheard a conversation about them the other day, so I got curious and looked it up. But I was surprised to see that Diablo was one of them. I didn't know the primals, the origin of all demons, had such a fancy moniker. And really, why was Shuna smiling so peacefully as she unveiled all this classified information? The smell of coffee drifted across the control center, easing the tension a bit. For a situation... Oh, hold on.
No. It was a thing I saw. You're good.
Oh. Okay, gotcha.
Welcome to
Um,
the LA bread and breakfast.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Is that the one where it's like he keeps trying to make new songs, but it
Yes.
sounds exactly like something
I
else?
Yes.
stubbed
Yeah.
my toe
Welcome
today.
to Ellen.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the LA
The
bread and
LA
breakfast.
bed and breakfast.
Get
Get out. Benny Maru seemed confused.
I can't
Oh.
think of lyrics, so I'm singing na 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 na.
Jesus. Oh. Sorry.
A primal?
Yeah, that's the. Oh, you didn't know, my brother? Well, it's not just Diablo. Testarossa, Carrera, and Ultima are all sovereigns of demondom as well. They are? They are. Shuna's smile almost blinded me. Faced with it, Benimaru could no longer state any doubt, and seeing him fall silent like that, I thought, wow, Shuna's actually a pretty big deal, huh? I was steeling myself to tell this horrifying secret, but having it revealed so readily was sort of a disappointment. Kind of felt better this way, though. Diablo, I want you to explain it. Very well, Surimaru. Benimaru, I must admit that I am, as she says, a primal demon. I sipped at my coffee as I listened to Diablo's speech. Tea is great and all, but I do like me some coffee, too. All right. I understand, Benimaru said. That certainly explains everyone's strength, then. But if that's the case, I wish you had told me that about it from the beginning. Well, I began. I thought people would get all scared if they knew the truth. Me and Veldora are one thing, but I didn't want you guys to have more unnecessary stuff to worry about. I was worried for my friends, so I kept quiet. I made sure to emphasize only that point. Let's not dwell on how I gave them bodies and names and stuff, if we could. Well, I wasn't afraid of them either. Even Ramirez was on my side. Hopefully everyone else wasn't too freaked out by this. I believe your concerns were unnecessary, Surimaru. If you had have accepted them, then we all welcome them as our friends. Yes, Benimaru is right. Nobody here would discriminate against others based on strength or appearance. Benimaru smiled as he said it. Geld preaching stone-cold fact to me. Oh, that was good. Okay. They helped me banish my worries for good. Not even Shuna had any concerns about Diablo and the rest of the demons. The fact that they were still treating each other as they always had was proof of that. Well, great then. Now I feel bad for worrying too much. Ha ha ha. You should have more faith in us. Exactly. But I do have to thank you for worrying about us enough to assign Carrera and the rest to us. It was a little awkward, but I was glad Benimaru and Geld accepted. Okay, that was Geld, okay. But what about Gabiru and Gupta and the rest? They seem to be doing fine as far as I could tell, and let's hope they continue to be. Well, we're all getting along well with Diablo, so I'm sure it'll be okay. Shion gave him her stamp of approval, not that I was ever worried about her. What do you mean, Shion? I mean exactly what I said. Diablo. Oh. What do you mean, Shion? I mean exactly what I said, Diablo. Shion, my first secretary, and Diablo, my second, glared at each other. Being called a primal sounds real pretentious, but this was how he mainly acted. Once again, I was relieved I had worried over nothing. With that behind us, we discussed the day's events a little longer, or a bit longer. I assigned Testarossa and Ultima to the field army because if the enemy had a Demon Lord class threat on their side, I thought we'd be in trouble. Then, well, they put in a little too much of an effort. This was all thanks to that order I guess sent out, but I really didn't expect everyone to go this out of control. It was just so wild, so over the top, and so cool, too. They just annihilated an entire army. They didn't even flinch once. Seems they got a little too excited and carried away, didn't they? I'll be sure to give them a good lesson about it later, Diablo said cheerfully. Keep it in moderation, I didn't forget to add, but well. Diablo could take care of himself, and I was sure he'd continue educating them, again, without overdoing it. Next up, we surveyed our damages. Just 2 hours after the start of the battle, all the fighting was over. It looked like we had a lot of injured on our side, but as for the final damage report, all casualties have reportedly been fully healed, a cheery voice echoed across the control center. All the demons who had gone into battle had been given Tempest-made high potions, 10 per person. That allowed them to immediately heal most wounds, and that even applied to people I thought were dead at first. In fact, they were only playing possum, and even their severed limbs had already been fully healed with full potions. They were playing the decoy role with serious aplomb, just as Benimaru ordered them to. I told you, didn't I? I told you not to worry. You sure did. I trust you, and everyone else, of course. Everything went according to Benimaru's plan. A random element he didn't expect, apparently, was the demon's performance. As a result of that, despite going through a lot of potions, we didn't suffer a single casualty. It was an utterly unbelievable way to win. But being said, we weren't totally unscathed. It seemed Gabiru and Team Hiryu suffered some fairly serious body fatigue due to the side effects of the Dragon Body skill. I was pretty wowed by that move, but sure enough, the 10-minute limit wasn't the only minus. The moment battle ended, the overexertion crashed on them like a tidal wave, and they all lay prone on the ground, as if paralyzed. This wasn't an injury per se, so potions wouldn't help them. After taking on all those magicules and becoming so strong, maybe this was the body rejecting all that foreign matter out again. This fatigue penalty seemed to apply to all of Team Hiryu and not just Gabiru, but I was fine with that. Best to have them think, you should be glad it wasn't worse, and leave them be. It would later transpire that this paralyzing condition lasted for around 24 hours, so after some debate, we decided to limit Dragon Body activation so no more than once every other day, tops. Their full strength scored them the win this time, but invoked that move at the wrong time, and it could come back to bite them. A real double-edged sword, you could say. So I advised Gabiru to be very careful with that. Next, we turned our attention to the Empire side. The Magitank force led by Lieutenant General Gaster had 200,000 troops. Major General Faraga's Flying Combat Corps had 40,000. That, as confirmed by the Wizard Ghidorah, was the first size of the Imperial forces. But we didn't take any POWs this time. They were all dead, around 240,000 in all. What a massacre. And look, it's not that my heart didn't ache over it, but when I became a Demon Lord, I did it by killing 20,000 people by my own hand. By this point, I guess I was just done making excuses. Either way, after killing all 200,000 or 240,000 members of this force, I guess their souls were being offered within me. A little while after battle began, I started feeling the souls accumulating at a frantic pace. This must be what collecting souls from the people working for you feels like. That classic Demon Lord perk. Thanks to that, I had an exact grasp of just how many enemy soldiers we beat. But, I mean, really, this many human souls? Because, 10,000 was enough to upgrade me from regular to true Demon Lord. What would 240,000 do to me? The answer? Nothing! The moment I awakened to true Demon Lord, that must have been the end of the road. Makes sense. Otherwise, Guy Crimson would have been busy eradicating the entire human race, reaping souls all over the place. He kept the needless slaughter to a minimum because he instinctively knew there was nowhere higher to go from there. That was when I received an unexpected notice.
Oh, yeah, that would be me.
Yeah, that's you.
That's me. That's me.
That's you.
I'm the
You're probably
unexpected
wondering
one.
how I got here.
You're
Jesus.
probably wondering how I got here. Well, first off, I created a soul corridor, but no,
Yeah.
but no.
What is that even from? I've seen that meme all over the place. I don't know what it's from.
Which one?
The one where it's like, you're probably wondering how I got here. And
I know it's from
Baba
a movie.
O'Reilly
I don't know
starts
what
playing.
movie it is, though.
Oh,
Oh, God.
I'm
think
not quite certain.
I know it's Ryan Reynolds. I think
Ryan Reynolds.
you're probably wondering how I got here.
I actually remember making
Oh,
a
no, it's
short
from,
of
Free
Team
Guy.
Force
Free
Star
Guy,
for
yeah.
that.
Free
Yeah,
guy.
some Free Guy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Report the amount of
here in the
acquired.
field. Sorry.
The amount of acquired souls has exceeded the set limit. It is now possible to awaken subordinates connected to you via your soul lineage. The following people are eligible.
Pretty outrageous, even by Raphael standards.
Yeah, fuck
Apparently.
yes.
Yeah. Apparently, if you gave a set amount of souls to a qualified receiver, you could awaken them. I assumed capturing excess souls was pointless, but even if they didn't affect your own evolution, you could still use them to evolve the people under you. As Raphael put it, several people close to me had met the requirements for this awakening. Giving them the souls I had acquired would, it seemed, grant them the same kind of awakened strength that I enjoyed as a true Demon Lord. The number of souls required was 100,000. Sheesh, I didn't think 10 times would be needed to awaken someone else. No wonder nobody else knew about this until now. Maybe someone like Guy did, but who could say? Even if he did, it wasn't like he could execute on it all the time. Besides, it's a lot easier to befriend a Demon Lord and have him boost you up than try to do it yourself. Maybe that was how the Walpurgis got its start, a gathering of the big bosses, a way for Guy to see who was really worthy of joining up. But maybe there was some other reason for it. Maybe I was giving him too much credit. And he really didn't know after all. I couldn't dismiss that notion. At the very least, 100,000 souls was nothing to sniff at. It was killing an entire city, basically, so you couldn't be casual with it. Anyway, as of right then, I had around 250,000 extra souls on me, which would have let me awaken 2 people. My pool of qualified subordinates, Ranga, Benimaru, Shion, Gabiru, Geld, Diablo, Testarossa, Ultima, Carrera, Kamara, Zijin, and Adelman, not Soe, 12 in all, creating a soul corridor to
Not Soe? Wow.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was like, where is he?
You gotta
Where's
get
my boy?
Zoe.
I could make like 10 billion shadow clones. Come on. Anyway, create a soul corridor to evolve a subordinate. Oh, wait, no, it's you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Now I create the soul corridor that you just stole from me. Create a soul corridor to evolve a subordinate? Yes? No?
Based on how Raphael put it, I guess I could awaken people even if I wasn't physically nearby. A soul corridor would allow my target and me to be unaffected by time and space. Kind of like how Vidora and I used to be. It would also strengthen the bond between us, which wasn't a bad thing either. So what now? In my case, awakening made me incomparably stronger than before. It evolved my unique skill, the Great Sage, into the ultimate skill, Raphael, Lord of Wisdom. If someone like Benimaru could evolve to that level, then I had no reason to hesitate. But, hang on. What was the deal with that soul lineage thing? If I had to guess, it referred to the soul connection we had after I gave those people names. Naming a monster causes an evolution, and I definitely wasn't shy about doing that all the time. But I also knew it was kind of dangerous. I wasn't afraid to name with confidence because Raphael was now assessing the safety risks for me. Get it wrong, and I'd be stripped of all my power, and maybe even die. That, or be permanently weakened. In my case, I had Beelzebub's stomach, a tremendously useful skill, and I used it to store any excess magicals I had. If I was short, I could apparently borrow some from Veldora too, but either way, Raphael managed all that, and I didn't need to worry about a thing. So unfair, isn't it? Normally you needed your own magicals to name something, which made it no small feat. I bet that was even true for Guy. That's why so few people were really connected to others at the Soul. But as far as I was concerned, my friends were irreplaceable. I meant that too, and I didn't mind experimenting on myself, but I wasn't going to use my friends as guinea pigs. Raphael was recommending this option to me, so I didn't think it was dangerous, or I like to believe that, but something told me this was playing with some serious fire. Besides, I didn't even know who I should pick, and there were a bunch of other problems too. If magical energy was a main factor, I really thought Soe would qualify as well, and he didn't, so it made me wonder about the conditions for staging an awakening. That's not fair. Everything about it was so unclear, which really gave me pause. During my Harvest Festival, there was a long period of dormancy before I evolved, known as my initiation. There was no guarantee that wouldn't happen again this time, so I really wanted everything worked out in advance. Most of all, however, this war wasn't over yet. The Imperial Army's main force, some 700,000 of them, was on the march towards our capital. I don't know how they keep forgetting about that. But anyway, going on wacky adventures during such urgent times really wasn't such a good idea. So the answer is no for now. Let's leave this matter until things settle down. I ordered the goblins to go on salvage duty, collecting the intact tanks and surviving airship wreckage for me. Gabiru and the dragon newts will be knocked out for a while longer, so I had the wyvern riders transport all the stuff they got over to the Dwarven Kingdom. I wanted them to have all the recovery time I could give them. Instead, I sent the blue numbers to join up with the goblins. This was on Benimaru's suggestion. He said there was no need for them to hurry back to the capital, since even if they did, they wouldn't be in time for the final battle. Gazel, to his credit, also asked if I needed any reinforcements. I told him we had no problems for now. The dwarves, too, were still in the middle of the war. Hostilities at the central entrance were done, but the east exit bordering the Empire was still staked out by an Imperial force of some 60,000. Ghidorah identified them as Yuki's division, deployed as a diversionary tactic. But we didn't know what was to come, so I really didn't want to drop the ball with them. I was sure Gazel could take care of that, and in fact, I was sure he was fully on the case that very minute. Our mission right then was to settle the score with the Empire's main force. The opening battle was a huge victory for us. The enemy still had a force far too enormous to downplay. In terms of numbers, we were at an overwhelming disadvantage, but my staff couldn't have been more motivated. Shion couldn't wait to get cracking, even saying stuff like, "I can't let those demons hog the spotlight. I have to go out there and show them what real strength means." She sounded so frustrated. I almost wanted to ask exactly who was her enemy in this war. "Aren't you supposed to be my bodyguard?" The moment I pointed this out, she regained her composure in a big hurry. Nothing good comes from being too eager to fight after all. But Shion wasn't the only one raring to go among us. "My lord, Ultima's been bragging shamelessly, saying our forces achieved a huge victory in the first round. Ooh, I can't wait to get my turn. Would it be all right if I went over and put in a few choice words?" Carrera's cheeks were flushed as she flew into the control room. I had ordered her to stand by with the rest of the 2nd Army Corps. But I guess the demons were all thought communicationing with each other. Her fellow demons boasting about all the murder they committed.
Communication? THOT?
Yeah. Yes.
No. I thought. All right. So here, I thought you were laughing at the fact that they made a new verb, but no.
Thought communicationing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm
No, he
way
was thinking
simpler than
something
that
else.
right now.
You
Yeah,
are dumb.
that's okay. Yeah.
You
Her
are,
fellow
you are,
demons.
You are dumb. You
DUM,
are dumb,
dumb.
dumb.
Listen, I've had
dumb,
about
dumb.
like 14% so far, so.
Mm-hmm.
Young
Fair.
man, get your head out your ass. I said, young
Bad
man.
young man.
I
You
don't
can go
want
touch
none
some
your
grass.
sass.
Oh.
Well, that's
that works
also
too.
good.
I like that one
good
better.
too.
You should go touch some
grass.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
young man.
Bad young man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
We don't
You can
need
get off your
no
ass.
more of your sass now. No.
Bad. It's time for you to just
just
shut
touch grass.
the fuck
Fuck
up.
up.
It's time for you to just
Just
shut the fuck
your
up.
face.
Yeah. You have said all your piece, and now you're really I lost it.
Weep.
Ah, shit. Oh, it was
That's
so
what
good.
we're-
We'll
see-
workshop it later.
No, it would shut up your face. It's time for you to just shut
up your
face.
Face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Demon
that's
Discord group chat. It is though. It
All right,
is.
so
Yeah. Anyway.
let's continue.
Yeah.
It's time
Her fellow
to
demons
enter
boasting
the
about all the
demon
murder they
chat.
committed must have been more than she could stand. But I couldn't have her working solo right then. A few choice words, Benimaru asked. He knew Carrera was a primal, but he still dealt with her the same way. Maybe I was really worrying too much. Yes, I thought I could give them a little nuclear magic as a gift. She said that with the most endearing smile. John, the original Yellow, sure lived up to her reputation. Denied, came Benimaru's disgusted reply.
Sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
Denied.
Carrera.
Sit down.
Yeah. Please be patient until further orders, Geld added. Your actions take on meaning only when they're applied at the most critical moment.
God.
Carrera wasn't too happy about that, but she had no intention of disobeying Benimaru. She reluctantly nodded at Geld's rebuke. All right, I just wanted to show you what I could do, but maybe there's a time when that'll be more effective, huh? I'll sit tight and wait. Glad she saw things our way. It looked like she respected what Geld had to say. Maybe they were a better pair than I thought. Ha 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 ha. Carrera, life is about more than going on a rampage, you know. It's only when we become a sword for our leader that we can truly shine. Yes, Shion, I understand you. Maybe I've been a little too hasty, huh? I'm going to go cool off a little. Are you really one to talk, Shion? I thought. It was a nice thing to say and all, but coming from her, it sounded so unconvincing. Weren't you the one who wanted to go on a big rampage just now? Let's just hold back on that. It'd be a bad idea to rehash the conversation when it was over now. I gave Shion a judgmental frown as Carrera left. So morale definitely wasn't a problem. On our side, we had the forces inside the labyrinth as well as the rested 2nd Army Corps. Everyone from my top officials to the soldiers deep down the chain of command seemed to be in high spirits, eager to give it their all. They must have heard about my orders. The Empire, meanwhile, totaled 700,000 troops. We'd never compete in numbers, but this was quality over quantity. The other side might still have some strong characters lurking in the background, but we had one killer defense mechanism in the labyrinth. The key to victory is going to lie in the labyrinth. Beldora, Ramirez, I'm counting on you guys. Of course, or yes, of course. Do not fear. I'll take care of everything. Right, exactly. We're all backing you up, so you just rest easy. Their eager replies soothed my heart. The important thing here was how we'd avoid casualties, and luring the enemy into the labyrinth was the best way to do that. Inside the dungeon, we could reduce the wear and tear on our army down to 0, and that wasn't all. We could also add the monsters of the labyrinth to our forces, letting us make up for any numerical disadvantage without too much hassle. Count the lower level monsters, and the total number would add up to several 100,000. Then we'll just have to see how much the Empire believed in Yuki's cajoling, huh? I said. Isn't it the other way around? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Moon, you take over.
Mm-hmm.
Give me just a second.
Yeah, from your
Need to hydrate.
clacking.
I'm
Man,
sure you can hear
it's been a
it.
while.
I get enough
Oof.
shit about it from
Yep.
like, so many other people.
Shib.
Anyways, where did we last leave off?
Then we'll just have to see how much the Empire believed, I think.
Just have to see.
In Yuki's cajoling. And then
Yeah.
you start with, isn't it the other way around?
Mm-hmm.
That face.
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck we're at. Is there like a space or a star?
No. It's just a
No.
quote. So it's just a quote. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
I mean, I could have
no,
let
don't
him
look
keep
at me.
going until a star, if you want me to.
That would make my life so much easier.
All right, keep going. Keep going,
Okay.
Shim.
How far is that?
Isn't it the other way around? You can't
Oh,
trust him, and that's exactly why he's led them to have their suspicions of him. Ah, that does make a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. I was sure Benimaru was right. If you looked at Yuki as an enemy, he was quite a nuisance. We might have been in a temporary partnership, but there was no way to trust him as an ally. Maybe the feeling was mutual on the Imperial side? Someone that fishy, maybe it's safer to have him infiltrate the enemy instead of fight him with him as allies. Oh, that was Shion, okay. That was an unusually accurate statement for Shion. At least we don't have to expend any effort worrying about whether we'll be betrayed, Benimaru added with a nod. The Imperials, on the other hand, probably don't consider Yuki to be a complete ally. They'll be wary of him, suspicious of whatever he has to say. In other words, they don't really know how the 60,000 troops by the east exit of Dwarken are going to act. The Empire might make their strike there, so we'd best tell Gazel to be on his guard. Knowing King Gazel, I don't think we'll need to worry, but no, there's nothing more annoying than an untrustworthy ally. If I were you, I'd be the first to crush him. I already told King Gazel about Yuki, and like Benimaru said, I'm sure he took all necessary measures without me checking up on him. Our main concern should have been the Empire's main force. Even as we spoke, they were attacking from multiple sides, trying to surround us. The only thing left in our city was that huge gate, so there was no need to panic, although we still couldn't help being nervous. My main concern was that they'd skip Tempest entirely and instead attack Varminus, the new kingdom established by Yom. He had people like Razin and Grusith around to defend it, but that nation honestly didn't have the wherewithal to wage large-scale war at the moment. We were still in the middle of providing them support as they reformed their ways, so we really didn't want it to become a battlefield. It'd be up to us to provide reinforcements, of course, and that'd really complicate matters as far as I was concerned. So along the lines, we were glad it didn't seem to be turning out that way. Regardless, we couldn't let our guards down. If the Empire didn't trust Yuki and instead opted to whiz right by us and into Bloomend, then we'd have Geld's force attack them from the rear. It'd be easy to send out the Second Corps over with my teleport spell, but we'd still have a ground war on our hands. The Second Corps would get far less support from the Labyrinth, and I was sure it'd be a tough battle. We should have been able to recruit a good number of volunteers from the Labyrinth, but even more so, we couldn't force monsters out of there if they didn't want to go. So the number would have to be smaller. Besides, if we fought on the ground, we couldn't leverage the Labyrinth's features at all, and thus we'd have to be prepared for serious casualties. Ideally, we really wanted the enemy to enter the Labyrinth. Bringing the battle there, in Benimaru's eyes, was both the safest route and the one most likely to succeed. If we fought on the ground, we'd lose our advantage in the Labyrinth. We'd have to fight them head-on in a level playing field. Which was how it usually was, of course, but in war, the key to victory wasn't all in building an edge for yourself. I didn't think the Labyrinth was exactly fair or whatever, but if we won, then hey, we were in the right. So hopefully the Labyrinth would serve as a main battlefield. Our basic strategy was still the same, even if we fought on the ground. Job one for us was to ferret out the strongest fighters on the opposing side, and just like how we used the goblins as bait for that before, we used Gel's force for that this time. The Common Core was in each of Benimaru's proposed strategies. Really, I guess they were doing this to protect me, their supreme general. I care deeply for all my friends here, and Benimaru and the rest put me first just as much, or even more in fact. I didn't want them to get killed for my sake, but Benimaru is much more of a tactician than an amateur like me. He kept damage to almost nothing in the previous battle even. So as long as I left everything to him, I could just sit back in my chair and relax. That, and I wanted to keep trying to make the people feel secure and relying on me. There's a star.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We had set up a large gate on the ground in order to make it easier for Imperial troops to come storming in, but looking back, maybe that felt a little too deliberate. I at least was a bit worried they might think it was a trap, but my fears were unfounded. I didn't know if someone out there was granting wishes for me today, but in the end, it turned out just as I had hoped. The enemy's fanning out in front of the main gate, the operator reported. On the big screen, we could see rows of Imperial soldiers lined up in an orderly fashion. If Argos was presenting this to us, it had to be true, but Soe's group was monitoring them as well, so this definitely wasn't illusory magic or whatnot. The Empire had clearly taken the bait, and all 700,000 of them were on the scene, not bothering to stick to stealth any longer. Their attempt at intimidation, maybe. Their attempt at intimidation, maybe. Not that it'd work on us. We had zero intention of surrendering by now. Maybe we'd run to fight another day, but capitulation was never going to happen. Besides, we couldn't hope for a more ideal setup. We've won, I muttered to myself. Yes, Benimaru briskly replied, we have. Factually speaking, indeed, we were already guaranteed a tactical victory. Once we were all in the labyrinth, we'd take 0 damage. As long as we took our time, we were guaranteed to win. Beyond that, as long as they didn't have some kind of unimaginable champion who could beat a demon lord, we had an insurmountable advantage. Good thing those greedy bastards let the labyrinth catch them. Very true. I thought Shurimaru's bait was a little too obvious, but I'm glad they took it for us. Yeah, well, looks like you did a good job on it, Ghidorah. Oh, that was Ghidorah. Ah, whatever. The enemy was now revealing their full extent to us. If they had spread them out a little more around the forest, we might have been anxious about the stronger among them hiding out somewhere. Spreading your forces thin is generally a bad idea, I think. But right there, having them all together like that actually helped us a lot. I imagined they were going to start filing into the labyrinth soon, so really, the only question was how much of the army they'd keep on the surface. Well, either way, I imagine it's not strategically... no, who is this? Yeah. Well, either way, I imagine it's not strategically sound for the Empire to skip our nation. If they decide to blockade this labyrinth gate and keep marching west, that's trouble, but... Yeah, if they left, say, 100,000 out of 700... They left 100,000 out of 700,000. That'd be enough to surround the gate easy. Then, if the remaining forces marched over to the western nations, they'd have little to worry about behind them. If that happened, by the way, we'd still be able to transport ourselves in and out, but our destinations would be restricted to places we had spent some extent of time in before, and we couldn't access any place with space-freezing barriers over it. Practically speaking, if we could undo the seal on the entrance to the dwelling of the spirits, Ramirez's old haunt, we could come and go through that. Still, though, we'd essentially be trapped in the labyrinth, left helpless as we watched them overrun the western nations, and if it came to that, we'd have to find a way to force ourselves out and attack. So in the end, it might wind up turning into a ground war anyway, but we couldn't avoid that, really. So before that happened, we'd want to cut down the enemy's strength as much as we could. Are we going to send a warning to their ground forces? Yeah, maybe we could agitate them into deploying... No, that's probably inversed. Are we going to send a warning to their ground forces? Yeah, maybe we can agitate them into deploying more soldiers inside. Veldora and Ramirez had some interesting opinions on this. Oh, that was Veldora. Fuck me. Oh, yeah. No, this is... Okay.
Oh, posture check.
You know, there's something to be said for that. But, no warning. No, wait, no. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, there's something to be said for that. But no warning, I said. No? Why not? I can't do Veldora without yelling, and I can't yell anymore because of my roommate. You know about the words we put on the gate already, right, Ramirez? Oh, right, there was that. We had actually carved a message on the massive gate. It read, "Through these gates, the weak are unworthy to pass." So how are they going to react to that? I'd love to see what they do when they read it, said Ramirez. Indeed. If it were me, I'd snap and come storming through the gate, although I'd nonetheless keep my troops at bay. Oh, no, that's Benny. Maru. So many voices.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You can't yell either.
Shut up. I'm sure that was exactly what Benny Maru would do. Trap or not, he'd totally ram his way in.
I love how you're not able to perceive the personality traits of the individual characters. That's great. So you
Who,
don't
me?
know. Yeah, you. Because
I don't know.
I'm able at this point in time to figure out who's who. Even from text.
All from your...
Yeah.
Oh.
To be fair, I have had 2 drinks in a can, and you know what they were. My brain's not exactly the right spot.
Yeah, but this is a common occurrence. This is like getting back to old
also
times.
True.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't blame it on the alcohol. This is just moon brain.
I'm sorry. I can form a character when I have the script in front of me, but reading like this, I'm shit. Once I can get in the groove, like I can kind of pick it up a bit better.
That's beautiful.
I'm gonna reread that one because I feel bad. Indeed, if it were me, I'd snap and come storming through the gate, although I'd nonetheless keep my troops at bay, added Benimaru. I'm sure that was exactly what Benimaru would do. Trap or not, he'd totally ram his way in.
Giggity.
Oh, yeah.
Shmish, shmish, shmish.
Shmish, shmish, shmish.
I would pay it no mind. I am all-powerful. Yeah, sure, Veldora. I didn't ask you. Me? I don't know. If Beretta insisted on going, then I guess I'd follow along. That kind of thing. Follow along, that kind of thing. Ramirez, if you'd be too scared of it, then don't press your luck, okay? And you name dropping Beretta, just making him snicker. That's a weird sentence. I don't like that sentence.
Is just making him snicker.
Yeah. Okay. Reading comprehension is not my strong suit.
Clearly, it's even worse.
It's okay.
when
It's
you've
been a
had
while.
alcohol.
Oh, just
It's been a while.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Since I could.
If anyone is
For
foolish
the
enough to
sentence
ignore that
right.
warning, if anyone is foolish enough to ignore that warning, they forfeit their right to Sir Rimuru's mercy. They have no right to complain about what happens. I didn't know why he was looking so gleeful about it, but yeah, Diablo was correct. This message did have the nuance of a warning after all. Okay, who the fuck is this? Okay. I already read it. Of course.
Sure.
If they're too much of a coward to go through the gate, they deserve to be in this battlefield They deserve to be in this battlefield in the first place. We must annihilate them all and make them understand the folly of antagonizing Sir Rimuru.
Yeah, they cut out a
Shield?
word there. They should have said they don't deserve to be on this battlefield.
Yeah, for real. Shion, if you put it that way, then we're all gonna have to fight ourselves, aren't we? Can you maybe think a little before you provide advice in the future? You're making Geld crack up. Really, though, the rest of my main staff were of similar minds. Super motivated, all of them, and super eager to dedicate more victories to me. Testarossa and Ultima donated a whole bunch of souls. Whether they knew that or not, everybody here seemed eager to follow in the pair's footsteps. Testarossa, or demons in general, really, apparently have a taste for the residual emotions left in each of those souls. There are assorted ways of consuming these, but Testarossa told me she loves to see faces frozen in fear the most. That explains that.
Yep.
That smiles of her really is scary. I probably would have been petrified pre-reincarnation, but by this point, well, that's how it is. Which is fine and good for demons, but what about the other monsters? It's not like they'd know what to do with the souls they've collected. I learned about all this only a few moments ago, besides, and I'm still wondering why it's this big competition now. I'm sure it's like the spoils of war for them or something, but I really don't need those kinds of spoils. 700,000 though, huh? If we really did score all those, that meant I could awaken 7 more people. The fact that thoughts like this were naturally coming into my mind now was frightening, but no. I gotta stay firm with myself. I can't have my mind turn monster on me. With that resolve in mind, I faced the big screen. They're on the move. Row upon row of Imperial soldiers were now moving in formation, calmly storming the gate as if they weren't scared at all. Just as planned, I muttered. If at least half of them can go in for us, it'd make things a lot easier later. Benimaru gave this a calm smile. I have no intention of letting even a single soldier escape. I'll go in, too, if need be. Geld nodded. My second corps is approximately 17,000 troops. Compare us by numbers, and it looks dire. But in ability, we don't miss a beat. We can take advantage of the terrain to entrap the enemy. Great to hear. Oh, wait. Great to hear. And if I burn the inner halls with my flames, anyone left standing ought to be strong enough to put up a worthy challenge. I'm sure Carrera would be glad to help with that. She's been wanting to let off some steam for a while now, so I'm sure she'll be eager to exercise her skills. No, there's no doubting the power of a primal. It's a tough act to follow. Hang on, this conversation was going a lot differently than I expected. Benimaru and Geld were going on like this was already won. Real bold of them, considering how I was still a little worried about this. Carrera had become a part of their strategy as a matter of course, too. There wasn't even a shred of hesitation about tapping a primal's power. Oh, so that was still... Okay, whatever. That's not fair, Benimaru. If we're aiming to wipe out our fours, that's where I come in. No, that's Shion. Fuck.
Also, you said fours, not foes.
My
Fours.
bad. I'm gonna reread it. That's not fair, Benimaru. If we're aiming to wipe out our foes, that's where I come in. Even Shion was stepping up. Yet again, she'd forgotten that she was supposed to be bodyguarding me. But then, there was no place safer for me than the control center. Team Reborn, the force Shion led, prided themselves in their relentless tenacity. It'd be a shame to leave them idle this whole time, so if this turned into a ground melee, I'd like to get them over there. So, yeah, I could see myself giving deployment orders to Shion if she wanted them, but... Shion, calm down. We need to gain an accurate gauge of what the enemy's doing first. Depending on how things go, though, I may need to tap your abilities, yeah. She'd have to be content with that for now. I at least know this one for a fact.
Yeah.
If Sir Rimuru needs a bodyguard, I alone can more than fit the bill. Well, if Diablo's volunteering for that, then if things really get hairy, we could call Testarossa and Ultima back. They can teleport in no time flat after all. If you say so, sir. Wait.
I think that's
It's not Rimuru.
We got the image, I believe.
is that Veldora or Ramirez? I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has it been that long, really?
No.
If
It's
you say
just
so, Sir Rimuru, then fine. If that case, you'll be up, Shion.
I was kind of half
Somewhat.
expecting you to be
Okay.
like, oh, I know this guy
That
for
was,
sure.
That was Benimaru talking.
That was Benimaru?
okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I kind of
makes
had the right.
sense.
Oh, I
one.
thought you were talking about the picture. My bad.
I just found it
Rimuru.
funny.
Count on me,
Veldora.
Benimaru. Shion beamed as she thanked him. I have trouble
I see.
understanding why she loves
Okay.
fighting so much, but hey, if she's happy, then great.
You don't want her crying.
Mm-hmm.
God help me. Good. In that case, Rimuru, it is time to prepare. I'll join you, Master. Time for us to show him just how terrifying the labyrinth can be.
The only person that calls him Rimuru without any, like,
Veldora.
yep.
Good. In that case, Rimuru, it is time to prepare. I'll join you, Master. Time for us to show him just how terrifying the labyrinth can be. Quite so. And with me as your final defense, you have absolutely nothing to worry about.
Why, as
You'll
time
excuse
goes
us,
on,
Sir
does
Rimuru.
Veldora sound more and more like a pirate every time you voice him?
Listen, I can't. The only way I can get the real good growl to his voice is if I'm loud, and I can only be so loud right now.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yarr. All right, Rimuru, I'll be sure to take care of these squabbly bilge rats. Oh, Jesus.
Rimuru, my boy, you're 2 seconds late for war, eh?
No, it's Rimuru,
God.
boy me Bob.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, anyway.
Okay, where was I?
Brimming with enthusiasm.
Brimming with enthusiasm, Veldora and Ramirez left the control center, Beretta following behind. The room suddenly felt a lot quieter. For Veldora,
Oh,
this
no
would be
shit.
the first real day of work as the master of the labyrinth. I wasn't entirely sure if he'd have a role to play here, but either way, his zeal was certainly encouraging.
No shit.
Right, let's see what the enemy has in store for us. I tried to sound as demon lordly as possible as I watched the rows of people marching through the gate. Everyone else nodded, and with that, our battle against the 700,000 strong main army of the Empire began.
Alright.
I was sorry. I was just when you were reading the I know for sure who this is with the kehehe. I was kind of hoping that would be like kehehe. If Sir Rimuru needs a bodyguard, I alone can more fit the bill. Said Geld.
Congratulations on graduating from a dairy.
I would have fucking laughed.
I would have died. Would have just
I would've
quit
laughed
right
so
there, just
hard.
like, all right, guys, I'm out. I can't do this.
Bye.
Yeah, I'd be like, well,
Spider,
that's
thank
it.
you for the 15 months.
I can at least
Yeah, thank
remember
you.
the laughs. There's kehehe, that's
Posture check,
Diablo,
everybody. Posture
quahaha,
check.
that's
Posture
Veldora.
check.
Mm-hmm.
Posture check, everyone.
Yes.
Oh, wait, we did that a bit ago, I think. Or was
did
there a
we?
new one? I think so.
There was also a hydrate redeemed,
Oh yeah.
I already
okay.
did that. Ah.
which I did. So I've got a little bit to read here, and then we're gonna call it, and we're gonna wrap things up. Chill out, because we're gonna try and wrap things up by 10:30 my time.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, it's my turn to read, so go for it. All right. Caligulio, commander of the armed division, smiled at the sight of things going to plan. He looked over his army with supreme confidence. One after another, his rows of elites were streaming through the massive gate. It connected to the labyrinth, no doubt, and the labyrinth was bound to bring Caligulio immense wealth. By now, the monsters must have been in a panic over the unexpected 6-figure strong force at their doorstep. But it was all thanks to long, careful planning and soldiers strong enough to execute it.
ellipses, ellipses, ellipses. After a great deal of discussion with the main brass over their route of invasion, they decided to send the Magitank division in first, standing out as much as they could. In addition to this, they also deployed 100 airships from the Flying Combat Corps, their ace in the hole, so they could fight off the evil dragon Veldora if they happened to show up. The Flying Combat Corps was also responsible for transporting the Magical Beast Division westward, with Gradam commanding them. But their journey would be chiefly over the sea, guaranteeing a safe trip. It was therefore decided that the airships wouldn't need any armaments, so Caligulio's only remaining responsibility was providing logistical support. This he planned to do by operating 300 airships at full capacity, transporting the necessary military supplies at the same time as Gradam's force. They had concentrated their forces in a single area, mainly for the projected battle against Veldora. The other 100 airships deployed to the Forest of Jura were each outfitted with a full set of the most elite magicians the Empire boasted. With this final piece of the puzzle, their support system was fully complete, and Caligulio believed it all enough to let them take over the entirety of the West. And if Gradam's forces attacked the capital of Inglacia, the war would be over in no time at all. It was a simultaneous, dual-pronged operation, and Caligulio's armored division would play a major role. If they succeeded, they'd be putting up dazzling military results. That would grant Caligulio even more power in the Empire, no matter what, and the thought made it impossible for him to wipe the smile from his face. The basic outline of this operation worked like this. The Magitank division would make a conspicuous entrance. The enemy would latch onto them, and once they did, Caligulio himself would lead the main force in a grand display of power, attacking the stronghold of the Demon Lord Rimuru. According to intel, the Demon Lord could apparently transform his entire capital into the labyrinth for safekeeping. Or transport, not transform, sorry. It sounded ridiculous on the face of it, but it was true. All that was left on the surface was a large gate opening up into the labyrinth, so they decided that the first thing was to surround the gate, blocking any escape routes. A handy magic canceller or two working on the surrounding space would make it impossible to magically teleport out of there. It seemed possible to completely seal off the area. The problem here was the strength of the armed nation of Dworgen. One underestimated the heroic King Gazel at their own peril, and the dwarves are known for their stoutness. They remained undefeated for a millennia for a good reason, and anyone who downplayed their might was bound to be burned. However, there's no way we can lose. Breaking out old-fashioned antiques against 2,000 Magitanks? It won't even be a fight. Cute.
I know, right?
Dworgen's purported neutrality didn't even register in the Empire's mind. They had let the armed nation go unchallenged so far because they'd been a thorn on their side. But if they could win now, there was no need to pull back. With a combination of magic and science, they had built an all-powerful force based on a completely new system of combat that, in a nutshell, was the armored division Caligulio led. Gazel was a champion among dwarves, yes, but what could he do? But what could he do by himself? It may have been quality, not quantity, that could potentially turn the tide of battle. But knowing what he did about how destructive the tank guns were, Caligulio saw fighting with swords and magic as nothing but an anachronism. The dwarves, only capable of producing outdated, obsolete armaments, could never imagine the true value of this next-generation army, and by the time they realized it, it'd be too late. All that awaited the dwarves was a lopsided rout. These ideas were all fundamentally wrong at the core, but Caligulio had no way of knowing that at the time. He was so happy with himself and so assured of his victory that he never imagined for even a moment that he'd be defeated. And just moments earlier, the long-awaited report came in. An envoy from the enemy had paid a visit, but negotiations had broken down, and hostilities were already underway. Receiving this news, Caligulio and his team stuck to the plan and marched forward, and now they had captured the lands believed to comprise the demon lord Rimuru's stronghold. Ellipses. 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 If you're going to clack, clack, clack away, yeah, we're going to be hearing that, so you might want to mute. Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
Caligulio, perfectly at ease, contemplated his troops. Rather a waste to give Gaster a free shot at Gazel's head, but well. You can give 'em the stick all the time. The troops won't follow you otherwise. They need a carrot now and then. Lieutenant General Gaster and Major General Faraga were among the most capable of Caligulio's subordinates. He had no doubts they'd fail to live up to expectations. Both Gaster and Faraga were dead at this point in time, but it'd be asking too much of Caligulio to know that. "So, have we heard from Gaster yet?" Caligulio asked one of his men. "Not yet, sir. Not since he reportedly entered battle." I think the dust will have settled by this point. Bit lazy of him to delay his report. He can't be having trouble over there. I'm afraid I have nothing else to report, sir." "That's fine. What about Faraga?" Gaster's first on-the-field battle in ages must have been getting to his head. With total victory in sight, Caligulio reasoned, he must have been too focused on the fight at hand. But what about Faraga, then? He must have had a balcony view, dreamily floating up in the clouds, and he'd surely be able to give an accurate report, but the liaison officer assigned to Faraga was acting strangely, sweating profusely as he desperately tried to make contact. What is he doing? This put the brakes on Caligulio's good mood. He was irked, and that emotion no doubt came out of his tone of voice. Major General Faraga reported the harried liaison, has reportedly encountered a monster believed to be Veldora, he said. He said he would send a follow-up once he could confirm it. But nothing had come since then. Just that first report. But nothing had come since then. Just that first report. And then total silence. The funny thing is, saying that he thinks he found Veldora and then radio silence actually makes it sound like Veldora. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, man, that's scary as shit.
Mm-hmm.
According to the communications wizard on duty, the forest of Jura was so thick that with magicules that voice transmissions could easily be jammed. That made sense to Caligulio for a number of reasons. This entire forest was created by his arch enemy, Veldora, and it was home to a demon lord to boot. It stood to reason in his mind. Deciding there was no use worrying about it, Caligulio shuffled the concern out of his mind. If they were engaged in combat, they wouldn't have time to send superfluous reports. And like the wizard said, there were more than enough magicules in the atmosphere to block incoming and outgoing magical calls. Plus, if Veldora himself was out in the field, no way any calls would make it out anyway. So, Caligulio mentally switched gears. We'll have to wait for the good news then. If they truly did encounter Veldora, it's perfectly natural to expect silence from them, from Gaster and Faraga. But no point shuffling our feet over them. We've got a labyrinth to capture. Given the vast size of the force he provided Gaster, Caligulio didn't give a moment's thought to the idea that he might be defeated. In his mind, he had completely discounted the possibility long ago. In fact, his lack of contact could even be a good thing for him. If Faraga was engaged with Veldora in the skies above the forest, that meant only the Demon Lord was inside this labyrinth. He had heard stories about their Big Four and the threat they presented, but the resurrected armor corps would make quick work of them. So without further hesitation, Caligulio's eyes turned toward the labyrinth. Before him lay a clearing, a vast one, big enough to house a large city. Near the middle of it loomed a huge gate serving as the labyrinth entrance. Magic-based probing revealed no traps or other threats. It was a simple gate, just waiting for Caligulio's force to challenge it. The words carved into it, "Through these gates, the weak are unworthy to pass," told Caligulio that his strategy was right all along. Hiding everything from us because you're too afraid we'll plunder it, eh? Pretty cheeky thing for a bunch of monsters to do. Well, that was your one warning, motherfucker. Looting in the name of supply procurement was something any nation was afraid of. Securing enough provisions to keep an army fed was always a challenge, especially to one as large as the Empire's. Taking the enemy's supplies was always an effective tactic, too. Well, tough luck, Caligulio laughed at the monster's shallow intelligence. His soldiers, having been enhanced via surgery powered by magic and otherworldly science, could work at full strength without food or water for a week. A single one of the nutritionally balanced energy bars they carried with them provided enough sustenance for a day's worth of activity. 20 were included in a soldier's standard equipment, and their consumption rate was as previously calculated. Each soldier had been given a refreshed supply, and they'd have no problem keeping themselves sustained without plundering the enemy's food. These portable lightweight energy bars made logistics infinitely easier for the Empire. And potable water, the other piece of the puzzle, could be conjured up via magic, so no problems whatsoever. By their calculations, their elite soldiers could stay alive within the labyrinth for up to 27 days if need be. The enemy might have pinned their hopes on that vast army running out of supplies, the biggest weakness with any force this size, but they were about to learn just how naive they were. Think you've won because you've cut off our supplies? Think again, fools. Caligulio gave the thought a mocking laugh. It caught the attention of one of his staff officers, a man of noble birth trying to latch onto Caligulio's coattails. Ha ha ha! Ah, my good Caligulio, don't be so mean to them. The Demon Lord Rimuru began this entire campaign by making a mistake. He misjudged our restructured armor corps so badly that he sent out his greatest asset, the evil Veldora, to meet them. And now, the next thing he knew, he's being surrounded by these teeming masses of champions. Well, I can't blame him for making that move. Bait or not, it is quite a large force over there. Exactly. I can certainly see why he'd want to pit his maximum war power against them. Hearing the officer chatter egged Caligulio on further. Call him a demon lord, call him what you will, but I think it's clear just how out of his league he is. I'm sure he's all curled up in a corner of the labyrinth somewhere right now, shivering from head to toe. Scoffing at the demon lord's low intellect, Caligulio and his team couldn't have been more confident of their success. You're absolutely right. Now all we have to do is drag this demon lord out and have Commander Caligulio chop off his head. Like that would even work even if you could do that. Then he'll become a demon lord slaying hero. The noble officer never wasted a chance to flatter his superior. Caligulio didn't mind it much. The first step, as he saw it, was to seize this labyrinth and use it as a foothold. Establishing a military base here would help maintain their momentum, no doubt, as they pressed on and overran the west. If they didn't hurry, in fact, Gradim and his magical beast division would conquer and pillage the west from the north side, and he really wanted to be out of the forest of Jura before then. But no need to panic. If things turned out that way, His list of accomplishments in this campaign wouldn't be quite as long, but there was no need to quibble. Defeating Veldora the Storm Dragon was the Empire's long-held desire for ages, and if they could achieve it, any other badge of honor was insignificant by comparison. If they took the head of Rimuru on top of that, Caligulio would undoubtedly become the greatest achiever of this entire war. And the rest of his staff were just as assured of their victory as he was. This was a force of 700,000 after all. With a force that size, none of them could even think of defeat. We can make this area our camp once we build a barrier around it. Once that's done, they can start marching in. The labyrinth will never know what hit it. We're on it, sir. Fine. Proceed as planned, then. There were no objections. Things weren't urgent enough that anyone wanted to create trouble for themselves, being contrarian. Gradam could have his glory over in the west if he wanted it. That's what everyone here agreed on. For now, the major prize was all the money and goods they'd be able to score in the labyrinth. Greed had won the day in their minds. It was a pretty simple plan, really. Just overload the labyrinth with sheer numbers and strip the whole place bare. The fact that nobody objected to it was proof positive that greed and the potential for instant profits was already blinding them. Being so assured of victory, Caligulio and his team weren't bothering to hide their desires any longer. Whatever share of the labyrinth's booty they got, it was bound to make them fabulously rich. And so their conquest of the labyrinth began. And with that, the poor oblivious soldiers joyfully descended a staircase they would never climb back up again. The labyrinth never refuses anyone who comes for it. That applied even if the invading party didn't respect the rules. But the safety was already off on this loaded gun. And what awaited them was the labyrinth as it truly was. A living hell beyond anything anyone had ever experienced.
It's also got a cool gift shop.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, it does.
It does. It really does.
It really does, in fact, have a cool gift shop.
Yeah.
Snag some of the peanut brittle. It's pretty good.
And that's where we're gonna leave things for this week. Yeah. I don't actually know how far we got, but we managed to go.
We got a pretty good chunk in.
Yeah, we got a decent
Decent
amount.
chunk through, yeah.
I think this is a
let's
pretty
see,
big
we
chapter
started-
too. But
Yeah, it's a very big chapter.
yeah. So
We started on page, let's see, on the physical copy 153, and we got to 182. So we got about 30 or so pages in. I also have a confession, because I was bored and I had to kill time. When I first got placed into the house, I was in the downstairs room that had 3 beds and basically nothing else there. So there was nothing to really put anything else on. By the time I left the house, I was upstairs in like one of the bigger rooms that they had. I had like at least a kind of walk-in closet, and I had like a decent kind of half table that I could at least put my computer tower under, and like one monitor, like my smaller monitor and stuff. I didn't have the internet was kind of hit or miss, so streaming was not an option. Streaming was not an option, but I could at least kind of semi communicate with people online. I just couldn't do all of the activities that I needed to be able to do. But when I first got there, I reread from where we were in the slime. So I read all of chapter 3, and I kept going and I kept going and I kept going. And then recently,
yes.
He decided to start death drinking.
No. Recently, the new volume came out, and I read it.
Ooh, nice.
And the new volume has Guy and Rimuru on the cover. And there's a reason for that. I now know more of the behind the scenes of this whole war and why it happened. And holy shit, the revelations in this book as to what's really going on. I can't wait to dive into this.
What
Because
volume is that one?
volume 16.
We're getting there.
We
We're
are.
absolutely
We're
getting
almost-
there.
Wow.
Yeah, we're about halfway through 13 right now.
Yep.
And guys, please remember, for all of you that are listening and watching us right now, we are getting close to catching up on Slime. I don't think 17's coming out for a while. First and foremost, yeah, 17's not coming out for a while. We've got some podcasty stuff that we're going to be doing. I know one of the things is we're actually going to do a proper dive into the live action One Piece, where we're going to talk about live action One Piece and what we thought. Go episode by episode through it and sit there and break it down and talk about it. But one of the other things, Slime Volume 17, I'm going to look up when that's coming out. Okay. If it even has a... Okay, so... Okay, so it does not... I don't think it has a... I don't think Volume 17 even has a release date at the moment. Yeah, there's not even a Volume 17 that's out at the moment, I don't think.
Not yet.
Like, well, I mean, not yet, but it doesn't... Oh, there we go. Volume 17, light novel, will be coming out December 12th.
Oh,
Yeah.
A couple months.
That's a good
Couple
distance
months.
away.
That's a good distance away. It's definitely a couple months away. The interesting thing is this is the first time I've seen, like, pictures on a cover. But this has got photos of Rimuru, and I don't know who the person is with the eye patch, but it's got his treasury, his head of treasury. Can't remember his
Pirate
name right now.
Veldora.
It's not Pirate Veldora, but it's got Ludor. It's got his sister. Yeah, it's got one of his sisters on there. I won't say which one. But basically, yeah. It's very interesting. I like the cover art. I'm here for it. I'll probably pre-order it. Relatively. I'll probably pre-order it sometime around November. But yeah, dude. Within that time, guys, I think we're definitely gonna finish Volume 13 by the end of this month. No problem.
Probably.
Yeah, we're going to finish Volume 13 by the end of this month. We'll be on Volume 14 in November pretty quickly. We go through these pretty quickly. It just depends on how long a chapter is. Sometimes we can run through a chapter in like a week or like in one sitting, or sometimes it takes us forever to run through a chapter. It just depends. And
Yeah.
I know that the next chapter, like we'll be done with this chapter by next week, but the next chapter, chapter 4, is the rest of the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chapter 4 is literally this. It's the rest of the book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's called Total Victory, and it's the rest of the fucking fight. It is ridiculous.
And it's exactly what you think's gonna happen.
It is exactly what you think's gonna happen. This
Guild's
is the
gonna
rest.
adopt the
This is the
cat.
rest of
That's-
chapter 3. Dude.
So he's gonna become MVP.
this is the
Just
rest of
awesome.
Chapter 3.
Completely
It's great.
decapitate everybody in one move.
Like we will finish chapter
Nice.
3. We may break into chapter 4. It's fine if we do. But we will have fun. The good times are back, and the hits will just keep
Yep.
coming.
Yep.
So
We'll do our best.
Yeah, dude, we will definitely do our best. Looking forward
as
to it,
always.
guys. Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Ludora.
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 That's no. You need a different site for that.
That
Not-
reminds
not-
me.
That's
of,
the end.
Oh,
That's the
if-
Rule
If
34
it's
version.
Ludora is spelled that way with a U, not an Lewd, not lewd. But
That's the not safe for work hashtag that they
but I
use.
like.
We don't.
Lewd.
yeah. I know you do.
We don't talk about Ludora.
That's
No,
not how that goes
no.
at all, but okay.
There's only a couple handful of people. I thought of a second person. And I thought there are a couple people who can handle Ludora.
Dear Lord.
This one's included.
See, now I've got my stuff mixed up because in my head I'm thinking Dora the Explorer, which is completely wrong.
Yep.
Dora.
Dear Lord.
Dora, the dragon. We gotta workshop it.
Anyhow.
The Destroyer.
Sclabby slime.
Let's run away from
Let's
that
go.
thought, please. I don't need to
Let's-
think about it anymore.
Running away.
Manos.
Chill, Lindley, Point Crow. Hey, Director Nasty. Let's raid Director Nasty, man. Why
I like
not?
it when you call me Veldora.
I like
bro.
Director Nasty. Let's go.
Oh my god.
It's
Put your
time to
hands in
open
the
the
air.
Vel door. He's here.
Huh.
Oh dear Lord.
Bruh, open the Vel door.
I kind of am, but like sometimes these guys. Do you have any last minute things you want to say to the audience?
I have a question for you guys
Go for it.
at some point.
Oh.
Would you
Okay.
guys be upset if I made a model and put it like right here?
No, not at all. I would love that.
I'm curious.
What model?
I might work on
Like
a
at the bottom end of your
PNG tuber
screen or
model.
something?
Oh,
Not right now, but later on. I'm working on a PNG
Oh!
tuber thingy. So
Actually, I remember
That would
Scott
be We'll
see how that
Falco's
goes.
actually did an update
for
to
it.
his like
we'll see.
Toon
I was just
Trooper
curious if I could put
model.
that into this, put it like
No.
there or something, or put it like on the screen at some point. But I'm just doing the.
What's funny is I
The
already
basics.
have a PNG of my pony Sona.
I don't want to
That's
do.
cool.
I kind of want to do like a little tuber thing. I want to
to
make.
my screen somehow.
I found a really cool tutorial about how to make one, so I'm gonna try it out and see. We'll see how that goes. Trying to do something simple.
No, now
so-
it's in my head.
All right. What is?
Yeah.
Don't.
The we don't talk about.
Now
Yes.
I'm thinking of YMCA. It's fun to stay at
It's-
the YMCA.
Is it though? Is it really though?
No, not really.
Alright, anyway,
Not
I
really.
don't
So
know.
moving on.
I've never
moving
been to
on.
it.
Guys.
Yes.
It is time. It is time for
Yes.
final thoughts, comments. Do you have anything you want to say about what we read, or do you just want to sign off?
Fair. They're fucked.
I kind of
They're
want to get
absolutely
as far
fucked.
away from death streaking as possible right now.
Yeah.
Just you know, I don't know if we want to wrap up. Like, go subscribe to Snuggle Velocity. That's my YouTube channel. Moonsparks, he does reactions on our Patreon for Fat
This is
Dog.
true.
Go check that out.
I am still
Richie's
working
back.
on the Konosuba ones. It's been a little difficult to
do episode
upload
9.
because I have stable connection here, but download speeds are a pain to work with.
Oh
Amen to
boy.
that. I can
Quite
relate
literally,
to that,
the
yeah.
last one I finished, I was trying to upload for about 4 or 5 days in a row, and it just wouldn't work.
And then if it can't, God forbid, if
Yep.
it drops connection at any
Yep.
point.
That's what kept happening. Like, it stayed connected. It was fine, but for whatever reason, Streamable was all like, "Hey, it didn't work." And I was like, "Gee, thanks."
Guys-
I'm
Well,
assuming
Yeah,
Starlink's
when
not
it
an
goes.
option
Nice.
for you.
No. And
No.
Starlink is not something I would rely on either, because depending on his mood,
I mean, that's what I have. So
depending on
it's
his,
either that or CenturyLink DSL.
okay,
So
depending on his mood,
Excuse me.
Mr. Musk can just elongated muskrat can just
Snip everything.
snip
Yep.
everything.
Yeah, we're just-
depending at because just because he
Depending on
feels
what he
like
has for breakfast.
Yeah, depending
Yep.
on just if he wants to be a dick.
There was a hair on my food. I'm shutting everything down.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
shutting
whole
down
thing.
Twitter.
He can
I'm pretty
do
sure you
that.
take out Twitter first, maybe.
I mean,
He's kind of already doing that, though.
actually, he's already been doing that with Starlink just for Ukraine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, you
Well, I
haven't
think
been
that was
hearing
kind of a
about
special
that?
thing, too, so I don't know.
No,
I didn't
you
hear
haven't
about
been
that, no.
hearing about that. He's been doing it.
No.
He's been doing that for strategic missions every time Ukraine's trying to do like a thing, either against Russia or when they've been doing ops to try and take back their territory. He just cuts off Starlink so they can't have like vital communication. Yeah. Because because initially when everything started, he was supplying them with Starlink so they could actually like communicate with their forces. so their forces could actually communicate. And then he just decided, oh, I'm suddenly pro-Russia now. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
You mean X?
No, I'm not.
Why?
I'm calling it Twitter.
Why?
I'm still calling it Twitter. I refuse to call it that.
It's
It's
just
like
like
how
that.
people want to call.
I'm sorry. I'm treating it just like I'm treating it just like math. We are not going to help you find your ex.
It's like with Blizzard trying to
X
rename
right here.
McCree. We all know why, and we refuse to call him by the new name.
Yeah. It's just what
What
it
name
is.
did they try to give him?
Cassidy. They try to call him
Why?
Cassidy
Why?
because McCree was named off after one of the developers, and after the scandal that they've been going through with,
he was named after one of the developers that was a horrendous person.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And here's the thing.
McCree is a character all on its own. So.
No, here's the
Yeah,
thing though.
but-
Here's the thing though. Nobody, I doubt anybody really in the community actually knew
Calls him
anything about
Cassidy.
that. I doubt anybody really knew about that, and only the devs probably knew about that. None of the actual community probably knew
until it came to light. And then,
until it came to
that's when
light.
they wanted to change the name.
Until somebody said something about it, and then the community was like, "Well, I mean that sucks," but like, and then they changed the name, and the community is like, "Okay, but why though?" Anyhow, this had nothing to do with the two things I was talking about, but yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And we will see you again next week. Moon and I will see you on Sunday for more Anime Church.
Yeah.
Unless we're doing any kind of gaming stuff at all tomorrow, but I don't think we are.
There we go. A little bit of echo there for a second.
But that having been said, guys,
I had to link it.
thank you so much. And we're going to go raid Director Nasty, because why not?
Oh, it's been a bit. I actually did go on his stream and be like, yeah, hey, man. Sorry we haven't talked to you in a bit.
I hit him up on Friday and let him know, hey, I have a place. I'm no longer homeless.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Nasty is there.
Yeah.
Not
Raiding now.
raiding.
Okay.
Raid
Okay.
Shadow.
Have fun.
Legending.
Yeah.
Prepare to raid in the shadows.
Raiding now.
Like
Of the
legends.
legend.
Shadow Legends.
Director Nasty.
I see someone also watches Life Arrow.